Audible, audible, audible. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible now? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Am I audible, everyone? So we'll start in 2 minutes. Let everyone join and then we'll start. Okay. Did you guys complete from the previous revision tax invoice, accounts and records, and e-way bill, everyone? Did you guys complete it from the previous revision? Everything is same in these three. Have you gone ahead and completed from the previous revision all the three chapters? Yes, sir. Okay. Very good. People who have done it, very good. People who have not done it, please do it today. Okay. Chalo. Very good. People who have done it. Can we start the class, everyone? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, everyone. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Chalo, ठीक है. All right, students, let's go ahead and now do the next chapter. The next chapter which we are going to revise today is the chapter of time of supply. Everyone, time of supply as a chapter from exam point of view is B graded. I feel that you can go ahead and get a small 4 to 6 mark question in the exam. 4 mark is something which I am expecting. From exam point of view, good luck is very good. You can get a small 2 mark MCQ also. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do this chapter of time of supply. Sir, can you give us a quick linking? Yes, Baba. Let's take a quick linking of the chapter. Everyone over here now. Sir, we started learning GST with goods or service. Goods or service has to be supplied. Now, supply can be either interstate supply or supply can be either intrastate. Interstate supply, IGST will get levied. Intrastate, CGST gets levied. Once GST is levied, sir, GST should be collected and paid by a taxable person. How will he collect and pay? He will calculate GST is equal to value of supply into rate of tax. In the previous class, we had learned about value of supply. Do you guys remember? Yes, everyone. Value of supply. Section number 15, 1. Transaction value. 15 to TOPIICS is to be included. Sir, 15.3 told about discount. Yes, sir, we remember. Now, once you know the value, you will go ahead and prepare the tax invoice, credit note, debit note and delivery challan. Now you will go ahead and maintain your accounts and records and you will send the goods to the other person with the help of e-way bill. See, listen. Everyone over here now. Goods or service supplied. GST got imposed. GST should be collected. For that, you went ahead and calculated the GST. You made the invoice. You maintained your accounts. You sent the goods to the other person with the help of e-way bill. Now, government is telling Ramesh, what are you waiting for? Your liability to pay GST to the government has come, and now comes the liability to pay GST to the government. And when does your liability come? You become liable when it is the time of supply. When your time is bad, that is called the time of supply. You become liable to pay tax to the government. See, the government, you supplied today, supplied on 1st January, invoice given on 1st February, payment received on 1st March. You would want to pay later of the three because you would not want to pay GST early. You would want to pay later of the three. Government made the law, so government always say whichever is earlier. That's all we are going to understand in this chapter. When do I have to pay GST? That's all is being told by the chapter of time of supply. Time of supply has section number 12, section number 13 and section number 14. But 14 at intermediate level is not applicable. We are just going to learn section number 12 and section number 13. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, when I am going ahead and teaching you this chapter, In this chapter, there were earlier 2-3 circulars which were there. Now the ICI has removed the circular for intermediate level, and hence those circulars are no more there in this chapter. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and start the chapter of time of supply. Time of supply, section number 12.1. Sir, you become liable to pay GST on the goods which you have sold when at the time of supply, sold or received, both ka case mein. If received, then RCM, sold, then forward charge. ठीक है sir. Sir, when do I become liable? When it is the time of supply. Okay, sir, how do I find out time of supply? For that, they have section number 12.2, 12.3, 12.4 has been deleted now, 12.5, and the last one is section number 12.6. Everyone over here now. Section number 12.2 goes ahead and says, if you are a supplier of goods, I went ahead and supplied some goods. For example, I supplied one mobile phone. Now I have to pay GST. When do I become liable to pay? When do I become liable to pay? Which month ka liability it is, that is being told by the chapter. Chalo, let's understand. Forward charge mechanism means supplier's point of view. For example, I am a supplier of this calculator. I supplied this calculator. When do I pay GST on this calculator now? That is told over here. That, sir, date of issue of invoice. This chapter, no, one thing I have seen very difficult, students find it, because in the exam, what students find it little difficult to solve questions on this chapter, because in the exam, no, they go ahead and give you a lot of dates and students get confused. Baba, you don't have to get confused. You should always go ahead and write in your paper saying, I want date of invoice, I want last date to issue invoice. That's all. I want 2 dates. If I find these 2 dates in the question, whichever is earlier is the answer. Story over. Don't consider all the dates which they give in your paper. You should be very careful in choosing. In time of supply, you have to choose what you want. Whatever you want, pick it up. Others, everything in the question is scrap. Can we go ahead, everyone? Yes, sir. Done. Now listen. Time of supply may forward charge mechanism. Forward charge mechanism means if I go ahead and supply something, what is the liability date? It says date of issue of invoice by the supplier. Sir, just give me a second. Date of issue of invoice by the supplier. For example, I went ahead and sold something and I issued the invoice on 1st of January. Okay, sir. Then it says last date to issue invoice. Sir, what do you mean by this last date to issue invoice? This is the day when you should have gone ahead and issued invoice as per section number 31, your tax invoice ka chapter. In your tax invoice chapter, you have gone ahead and learned, no, in case of goods, when do you have to issue invoice? Yes, sir. If goods are moving, then on or before removal. Yes, sir. We had learned over here. If not moving, then at the time of delivery or making available. Continuous supply of goods, if statement is given before or at the time of e-statement. If statement is not given, then whenever payment is received. Yes. So what, same thing I've gone ahead and received over, written over here saying, sir, in case you are a supplier of goods, the day you issue the invoice or the last day to issue the invoice. Sir, what is the meaning of last day to issue the invoice? It says on or before removal, delivery, making available. If it is a continuous supply of goods, whenever successive statement or the payment is received. For example, I went ahead and actually supplied the goods on 25th of January. Means I have removed the goods on 25th January. The last day to issue invoice was 25th January, but I issued the invoice already on 1st of January. With then they are going ahead and telling B point, date of receipt of payment. When did I receive? So for example, I am a supplier of calculator. I supplied the calculator the day of issue the invoice, the day when I should have issued the invoice, the last day, or they are going ahead and telling the date of receipt of payment, and means the day you made your book entry that you have received the payment, or the day it is created in the bank account, whichever is earlier. Now here they went ahead and issued one circular which went ahead and notification which went ahead and told government has notified supplier of goods other than registered person supplying actionable claim. Leave actionable claim wala people. Other than that, all the class of people who shall pay GST as per 12.2a. It means you will not go ahead and pay GST when you go ahead and receive the payment. You have to pay on the date of invoice or last date to issue invoice. Done, sir, whichever is earlier. So can you tell me, everyone, if you are a supplier of goods, you always have to remember you are a supplier of goods which is actionable claim. Sir, actionable claim, lottery, betting, gambling, horse racing, casino, online money, gaming, all these are actionable claim. Actionable claim mein you should pay GST on date of invoice, last date to issue invoice, or the day you receive the payment, whichever is earlier. But in all other goods ka case mein, remember the time of supply in case of goods is always date of invoice or last date to issue invoice, date of receipt of payment by the supplier is not considered, whichever is earlier. Done, sir. Is this point clear to all of you? People, this is something which you have to remember for your exam. Actionable claim, okay, no problem. Okay, done, sir. Reverse charge mechanism. See, Baba, on which goods you have to pay GST under RCM, that is not applicable for your exam. For intermediate level, on which goods do you have to pay GST under RCM, that is not applicable. But if you have received the goods and you have to pay GST under RCM on goods, when do you have to pay GST? That is applicable. So for that, you have to understand one example. Sir, uh, here that if somebody has supplied me goods and I have to pay GST under RCM, when does my liability come? Everyone over here now. So for an example, there is one agriculturist, and agriculturist supplying BD leaves, BD leaves, okay? Now you are a person over here who is a registered person, then you have to pay GST under RCM. This is only for an example I am giving on which goods RCM is applicable, that is not applicable for CA intermediate. But you should know this, that for an example, one agriculturist is there, agriculturist not registered, when he supplies BD leaves, BD ka wrapping ka leaf, BD ka one leaves will be there to wrap the BD, that BD ka wrapping leaves, the registered person has to pay GST under RCM if he is buying from an agriculturist. Now when will he pay GST under RCM? They have gone ahead and told the day he received the goods. Done, sir. The day he received the goods. Secondly, he has to go ahead and see the day he made the payment, the date of making the payment to the agriculture. Number one, he received the goods. Number two, he made the payment. Thirdly, this agriculturist would have gone ahead and given some bill, some invoice. That invoice say he has to take 31st day from the date of invoice by the supplier, and among these three, whichever is earlier. See what I have told, the date of receipt of goods, the day he received the goods from the agriculturist. Secondly, the day he made the payment. When you make the payment, you make a book entry in your books of accounts also, and from your bank account, the money gets debited because you made the payment. So bank account se money gets debited, whichever is earlier, or date immediately following 30 days from the date of invoice or other document by the supplier. Can you tell me, everyone, for an example, the agriculturist has gone ahead and given me an invoice of 1st of January. Can you tell me from here, if I have to calculate date immediately following 30 days, which is basically meaning 31st day from the date of invoice, can you tell me which will be the 31st day? Everyone sitting in the class, can you tell me which will be the 31st day? In this question, what will be the 31st day? Can you guys tell me, everyone? Quick, everyone. Quick. Which will be the 31st day? All the students sitting in the class, quickly tell me what will be the 31st day from this date. Quickly tell me. Chalo, everyone over here now. Sir, January has 31 days. First day gone, so 30 days in January. You need the next day, so one more day. So it will be the 1st of February. I will go ahead and tell you once again. Yes, sir. Very good, Puneet. Puneet says 1st of February. Chalo, tell me one more date. For an example, I have gone ahead and done one supply. In this scenario, the supplier has gone ahead and given one invoice. Supplier has gone ahead and given one invoice, supposingly of 10th of February. Can you tell me from here 31st day? 10th of February, can you tell me from here 31st day, everyone? Can you tell me the 31st day? I want everyone to participate and tell me what will be the 31st day from here. Sir, 10th of February, na? 10th of February means February 28 days are there, 10 days gone, 18 days in February, plus you need 13 more days, it will become, so it will be 13th of March. 13th March, 13th March, 13th March. Baba, 31st day. You have to remember 28 days may say 10 days gone, 18 days in February, plus 12 in March, plus one more day. It will be 13th of March. Done, sir. Done, sir. Done, sir. It is not 30 days. It is 30 days plus one day. Done, sir. This point is clear. So always remember one thing: date I have received the goods, the day I received the goods, the day I made the payment, or from his invoice, 31 days, whichever is earlier. That's all. For an example, they are going ahead and telling Ramesh, you don't have all these 3 dates. You don't have all these 3 days. I did not go ahead and receive the goods also from the agriculture till now. Okay. I did not make the payment also till now. Okay. Agriculture did not give me an invoice also. But in my books of accounts, I have passed one entry saying, sir, BD leaves account debit, BD leaves account debit to agriculturist. I have gone ahead and made one entry in my books of account saying, sir, BD leaves ka expenses, BD leaves account debit to payable to the agriculturist. It means, sir, I have not received the goods also till now. I've just placed the order and I passed this entry on 1st of January that I have placed the order with the agriculturist. BD leaves expenses account debit to agriculturist. Agriculturist ko payment also yet to be done, goods also yet to be received, and agriculturist did not give me the invoice also till now. But in my books of account, I have made one expense entry saying BD leaves account debit to the agriculturist. That day is the liability date. I will become liable to pay GST to the government. It means as a recipient, even if I pass an expense entry, that also becomes the liability date. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, point is clear. Section number 12.4, which used to talk about a voucher. Voucher has been clarified with the help of a circular. You will see circular in chapter number 2. Supply ka chapter mein one circular has come. Yes, sir. Supply ka chapter mein that circular which you taught, that circular which had come in the last attempt only, that circular ke baad they have gone ahead and deleted section number 12.4. Deleted, not there anymore. ठीक है sir. 12.5 says if you are not falling under any of these cases, this case, then what will be your liability date? If says if you are not falling under section number 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, so anyway is not there only, then what is your liability date? For example, I have gone ahead and collected some tax and now I want to pay this tax to the government, but government ko I am telling on this tax no forward is also not applicable, reverse is also not applicable, but I have to pay some tax to the government. Then government went ahead and told if you are a registered person, what is the liability date? For example, in the month of January, I have some 10,000 rupees tax collected on which forward is also not there, reverse is also not there. Actually, I just like that collected from the customer. Baba, if you collect anything from the customer, you have to pay it to the government. What is the liability date? So they are going ahead and telling if you are a registered person, for example, you collected in the month of April when is the due date of return? 20th February. Please pay the tax. That is the due date. That is the liability date. Due date of return. For example, you are an unregistered person, but you are collecting tax from the people. You are not supposed to collect tax from the people, but you are going ahead and collecting tax from the people. That in that scenario, government caught you one day and government told now we'll put you in jail because you are collecting the tax. You should not collect the tax. Why are you collecting? You are unregistered. You told, sir, sorry, I will pay. But then you asked, sir, what is my liability date? So government told if you are an unregistered person, the day you make the payment, that day only is your bad day. That day is only the liability date. Done, sir. This point is clear. 12.2 done, 12.3 done, 12.5 done, 12.6. Also, I have seen sometime coming in the exam. Please be very careful. 12.6 talks about IPL, interest, penalty, and late fee. For example, I went ahead and sold some goods in the month of April. I issued the tax invoice. Sir, for example, I sold mobile phone in the month of April. That के लिए तो as per section number 12.2 GST will come. Section number 12.2 में GST will come. Now, but section number after I sold the goods, I told him that see, if you don't make the payment within 1 month, then I will go ahead and charge you interest. In the month of June, I went ahead and gave you a debit note and I went ahead and charged you interest over here. In this scenario, can you tell me what will be my liability date for the interest which I am going ahead and charging you? Now, in this scenario, government went ahead and told, might be you would have sold the goods in the month of April, but because interest you are going ahead and receiving in the month of June, the month you receive it, that month is a liability date. For example, I told you in the month of June, pay me interest. You told I will not pay. If you take interest, Ramesh, then I will not go ahead and buy anything from you. It means you did not give me interest. If you don't give me the interest, am I liable to pay? Not liable to pay. Interest, penalty, and late fee. Always remember, interest, penalty, and late fee, the day you receive, that day is your liability date. If you don't receive, no liability. If you receive, the day you receive, that day is your liability date. Is my point clear to all of you? People, kindly tell me, are we clear with forward charge mechanism? Can I move to, are we clear with time of supply in case of goods? Can we move to time of supply in case of service now? Is everyone clear with time of supply of goods? Yes, sir. Chalo. everyone over here now we'll go ahead and talk about time of supply in case of services. So in case of service also same thing, they have section number 13.1, 13.2, 13.3, 13.4 is deleted, 13.5 and 13.6 exactly as goods only. Now here 13.1 goes ahead and says, when do you become liable to pay? When do you become liable to pay? In case of service also, you become liable to pay when it's your time of supply. Sir, how to find out time of supply? Section number 13.2. Section number 13.2 says very simple. Sir, if you have gone ahead and given a service, for example, I am a chartered accountant, I have gone ahead and given a service. Now, you have to understand one thing, everyone. Listen carefully. I went ahead and signed one balance sheet on 30th September. For example, I am a chartered accountant. Not example, I am a chartered accountant. Okay? I went ahead and signed one balance sheet on 30th September. Now, I should go ahead and raise the invoice within 30 days. Can you tell me, everyone, when does 30 days gets over? Can you all tell me when does 30 days gets over? When does 30 days get over here? Can you all tell me, everyone? In this scenario, can you tell me when does 30 days gets over? Quickly tell me, everyone. When does 30 days get over? Sir, 30 days means this day you leave it, 30 days you add it to 30th October. Very good, everyone. Now, always remember one thing. Do you guys remember, in case of services, I should raise the invoice within 30 days. So, for an example, I am a chartered accountant. I went ahead and raised the invoice over here, and I received the payment over here. They are telling Ramesh, if you raise the invoice on time, which is basically 30 days, 45 days in case of NBFI. Do you guys remember, everyone? Yes, sir. Non-banking financial corporation, banking companies, financial institution, telecom companies. Yes, sir. In tax invoice chapter, I have told you. If I raise the invoice within time, invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. That's it. Okay, sir. Sir, what if I don't raise the invoice on time, I raise the invoice here? Then remember one thing, it is the day I provided the service, date of provisioning of service. It means the day the service is complete or the day the payment is received, whichever is earlier. If I raise the invoice on time, invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. If I don't raise the invoice on time, invoice is useless. The day I provided the service or the day I received the payment, whichever is earlier. Everyone over here now, see, you have to go ahead and understand, if I am going ahead and providing a service, is the invoice on time? If invoice is on time, yes sir, the day I raise the invoice or the day I receive the payment, whichever is earlier. If I don't raise the invoice on time, then they are telling, sir, the day you provided the service or date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier. So simple as that, everyone. If invoice was on time, everyone over here now, invoice is here, invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. Invoice is late, then sir, the day I provided the service or the day I received the payment, whichever is earlier. Okay, sir, done. This point is clear. Now, for an example, I went ahead and gave one service, and that service was for. So, people, in case of services, tell me one thing. In case of services, if I go ahead and ask you, for example, I raised the invoice here, but payment was received here only, before the service only. Can you tell me, everyone, if the service is given, if the service is given and invoice has been raised on time, it's always invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. It means payment, if received in advance, also I have to pay GST in case of service. See, payment was received here, it means I have to go ahead and pay GST on receipt of payment, because invoice and payment, whichever is earlier. It means if you receive advance also, you have to go ahead and pay GST in case of services. Yes, sir. Now you tell me one thing. For example, I went ahead and gave one service of 49,500. 49,500. You know the fund party, what he told? He told Ramesh, sir, take 50,000 and go. 500 rupees he gave me advance for the next service. The service is yet to be given, invoice is yet to be done for the next service, but he gave me 500 rupees advance. He told, keep it, next time we'll see. Now this 500 rupees which I have received the advance, government says any advances which are less than 1000, you don't have to pay GST on receipt of advance. You can go ahead and pay GST as per your option. You can pay when you raise the invoice, not required to pay GST. At in small cases up to 1000 rupees, not required to pay GST when you receive the advance. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now everyone over here now, listen. Here I've gone ahead and told what is the time limit to issue the invoice. This you guys have already learned in your tax invoice chapter. Okay. Now, for example, I am a supplier. Invoice I did not give. I went and did deep cleaning services in one person's home. I told I will do the cleaning services in your home. I did the cleaning. Invoice I told, hey, why do you want? Payment, I took it in cash, did not make a book entry. Cash payment. Service, how will government come to know when I provided the service in my books of account? Date of providing the service is also not clear. DOPOS means date of provisioning of service. It means in my books of account, the day I provided the service, those dates are also not clear. Okay, sir, done. Then date of receipt of payment. When did I receive the payment? I took in cash and did not make an entry. All these dates are not there in my books of account. Now, in this scenario, what will happen? If these dates are only not there in my books of account, what will happen? Tell me. So in this scenario, they went ahead and told supplier ka books of account say it could not be find out what is the time of supply. But supposingly, in the person who has received the services from me, he passed one entry. Deep cleaning services expense account debit to Ramesh sir. To deep cleaning expenses account debit to cash, being cash paid to Ramesh Soni for cleaning services. Now in my recipient books of account on 1st of January he has passed the entry. In his books of account audit happened and I can get caught. Because in my books of account, I did not make any entry. Supplier did not make any entry in his books of account. But supplier ka liability will be recipient's books of accounts ka date. It says if 13 to A and B are not applicable, all these dates are not available, then time of supply is book entry date of the recipient. The name I recipient made a book entry, that day is my liability date. That's at this point is clear. Now we are going to talk about the last point over here, reverse charge mechanism, RCM in case of services. Sir, can you tell me one service everyone on which RCM is applicable, people? Can you tell me one service on which RCM is applicable? One service on which RCM is applicable. One service, you tell me at least everyone. Sir, you told a lot of services, GTS services, the sponsorship services, director services, insurance agent services. Yes, sir. Now, listen to me very carefully. Now, they are going in and telling over here what services pay. GTS service. Now, in case of RCM, when do you have to pay the GST? So, it says, for example, one advocate went ahead and gave me the services. I am a business entity. Whose turnover in the last year is more than registration limit. I should pay GST under RCM. When do I pay the GST? One advocate provided me the services. I am a business entity, so I have to pay the GST under RCM. When? So number one is over here the day I made the payment. The day I made the payment to him. Okay. Secondly, he gave me an invoice. If he gives me an invoice, second point says 61st day from the date of invoice given by the supplier. If the supplier is a registered person, he will give me an invoice. From his invoice, I have to take 61st day, whichever is earlier. But the supplier is not registered, then what will happen? Then you would have made the payment to him. Yes, sir, date of payment. Secondly, he has not given you an invoice, but you will make a self invoice. Sir, the day you receive the services, no, from that day you should make your self invoice, own invoice within 30 days. I hope you guys remember. Yes, the day you receive the service, you should make your invoice within how many days? 30 days. So what they have gone ahead and told over here, sir, the day you make your self invoice, own invoice you make, whichever is earlier. And self invoice should be made within 30 days of receipt of service. Okay. See, it says over here, the day I made the payment, if invoice is given by the supplier, reverse charge we are talking about. Supplier gave me a services, advocate services received, I have to pay GST under RCM. When I made the payment to him, if he has given me an invoice, from his invoice I have to take 61st day. It says date immediately following 60 days from the date of invoice. 60 days means 61st day. 60 days ke baad wala, 60 days ka next day. It is 61st day. Sir, if supply is not registered, recipient has to make his own invoice the day of issue of invoice by the recipient. So people, can you tell me everyone, RCM ka case mein what are the two cases? RCM mein you should always remember one thing, is my supplier registered person or is my supplier unregistered person? Okay? If my supplier is a registered person, then he will give me the invoice the day I make the payment to my supplier, or from his invoice I have to take 61st day from the invoice by the supplier, whichever is earlier. Then, if my supplier is not a registered person, still I will make the payment to him. The day I make the payment and the day I make my self invoice. Self invoice means invoice under section number 31(3)(f). Sir, we had gone ahead and learned in our tax invoice ka chapter that if I have gone ahead and received one service on which I have to pay GST under RCM, if the supplier is unregistered, I should make my own invoice within 30 days of receipt of service. That invoice ka date, whichever is earlier. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all they have gone ahead and told in case of RCM. And here they have gone ahead and told if supposingly you have gone ahead and received, for example, I went ahead and passed one entry in my books of account saying expense entry, directorial services account debit. I have received directorial services account debit to Mr. Khanna. I have only passed one entry on 1st January. As of now, I have not made the payment to him also. He has not given invoice also. Nothing is done. Sir, I have not made payment also. He is unregistered. I have not made the self invoice also. These dates are not available in my books of account. The day I made the expense ka booking, no, saying, sir, director ka professional services, account debit, whatever, expense account debit, whichever expense you call it, GT expenses, advocate services, expense account debit to Mr. Khanna, Mr. Ram, I would have passed payable country. I have not paid yet. I have passed payable country. Date of payment is not there because payable entry I passed, just expense entry. That day is my liability date. If all the three are not available, then remember one thing. Then time of supply is the expense entry date, the day you made an entry in your books of accounts. Done, sir. This point is clear. I've written down here. In case of RCM, remember if supplier is registered, supplier will issue an invoice. If supplier is unregistered, you yourself make a tax invoice, which we had learned in our tax invoice chapter. Done, sir. This point is clear. People, I believe this is very, very important from exam point of view. You must practice questions on this and go. Now, here one point is there which goes ahead and talks about importation of services. What does it say, everyone? It talks about importation of services. It says importation of services from associate enterprise. Associate means your head office which is outside India, your branch office which is outside India. All these people are your own people outside India. Those are basically your associate enterprise. Now, associate enterprise from outside India, if they go ahead and give a service, number one. So, for example, US mein my parent company is there. Parent company gave me the service. In that scenario, what is the liability date? They are telling over here the day you make the payment, the day I made the payment. Secondly, I would have booked an expense entry saying business consultancy services received debit to my head office. I passed one entry in my books of account. The day I passed an entry, the day I made the payment, or the day I passed the entry in my books of account, whichever is earlier. Here, you have to remember one thing, everyone. If you import services from whom? Associate enterprise. Always you have to follow this rule. Saying, sir, the day I made the payment, or the day I made the payment, or the day I made one expense entry saying, sir, business consultancy services received debit to the head office, the payable country, whichever is earlier over here. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Done, sir. This point is clear. This chapter, Baba, it comes only with practice. The more you practice question answer, the more you will be able to do. Whatever I have told just now is just to make you recall what we had learned in the class. If you don't solve question answer, this chapter is very difficult in the exam. People, and I'm very sure many of you might be finding a difficult chapter because you're not solving question answer. The day you sit and start solving one by one, relating to all of them question answer, you'll find this chapter very easy. I find this and this very very important from exam point of view. A graded points from exam. See, B graded chapter ka A graded question can come from all these 4 points. Other than this, IPL also you can remember might be a small point you see somewhere. That's all, everyone, is from the chapter. I'll go ahead and close my discussion on the chapter of time of supply. Other than this, all the other earlier circulars which were there have now been deleted by the ICI, and hence you don't have to remember for your exam. Now listen to me very carefully. One point which I want to tell you guys, this chapter is very very important to solve question answer. If you solve question answer, only then you will be able to do it in the exam. So after this revision, you must solve question answers on time of supply. Done, sir. This point is clear. I'll go ahead and close my revision on the chapter of time of supply. Are we clear, everyone? Are we all clear? Then we move to the next chapter, everyone. Can we go ahead, everyone? Can we go ahead and now move to the next chapter? Yes, sir. Okay. People, anyone, any doubt till here? Anyone, any doubt till here? All clear? Give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. I'll get some water. I need one water bottle. I'll just get the water bottle and come back. Okay, everyone? So give me 5 minutes. You guys can also take a break for 5 minutes. 9:45. We'll start with input tax credit. 9:45. Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Hello, can we go ahead, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Is everyone back? Yes, sir. Okay. Chalo. Let's go ahead and continue. One second, everyone. Chalo. Can we move ahead, everyone? Let's go ahead. Now, the next chapter which we are going to revise is the most A++ graded chapter. Somewhere around 8 marks is what we can expect from this chapter. The next chapter is input tax credit. Now, I believe a lot of you people love this chapter, saying, sir, it is very lengthy. Okay, Baba, this chapter is very beautiful. I believe all of you should love this chapter because of the marks at least. 8 marks comes in the exam approximately. A++ graded chapter, everyone. Let's go ahead. Input tax credit. It is one of the most easiest chapter, Baba, if you concentrate and do it. Listen carefully. Input tax credit. All the inputs which you buy, whatever tax you pay, you get the credit. So, sir, can you tell what do you mean by input? See, input actually means only those goods other than capital goods which you have used or intention is to use in the business. If I go ahead and buy this calculator is not a capital goods. I am not going to put it in the balance sheet. So this is a goods which I bought for my business. Now, if I have used it or intention is to use in the business, whatever GST I pay, I'll get the credit. For example, this water bottle, it's not capital goods, but these goods I have bought for my business. I will go ahead and get the credit. So they say which are used or intention to use in the business, those are called inputs over here. Goods which you have gone ahead and bought to use in your business. For example, I am a manufacturing company. Raw materials are my inputs. Done. What do you mean by input services? Input services means any services which are used or intention is to use in the business. Any services. For example, for my business, I take Wi-Fi ka services, telecom services, printing services, what repair and maintenance ka services. Now, I went ahead and took a building on rent. All the services which I go ahead and take for my business is also input services and capital goods. What do you mean by capital goods? This camera I bought, laptop I bought, iPad I bought, all this I bought for teaching. These are all capitalized in my balance sheet. They are telling whether you buy inputs, whether you buy input services, whether you take any capital goods which are basically capitalized in your books of account, used or intention is to use in the business, you will always get the credit. So they did not write the name as input service and capital goods tax credit. But Baba, your name can't be as per your qualities, no? Saying this. No, name has to be short. So they kept the name as input tax credit. But what they meant was, even if you buy input, even if you buy input services, or you buy capital goods for your business, whatever tax you pay, tax means what, sir? Tax means whatever GST you pay. Tax means whatever GST you pay, you will always go ahead and get the credit. Credit you will always get in your e-credit ledger. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Sir, what do you mean by tax? Tax means whenever any GST has been paid under forward charge or you have paid any GST under reverse charge. Whether you have paid to the supplier, he paid to the government, you will get the credit. Whether you have paid the GST under reverse charge, then also you will get the credit. All the credits are allowed. Whether paid under forward charge, whether you paid under reverse charge, you can take the credit. It can be CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST, and always whenever you import any goods into India. For example, I went ahead and imported some goods into India. Whenever you import the goods into India, those imports pay, you have to go ahead and file one bill of entry. Listen carefully, everyone. Bill of entry, and you have to pay custom duty, plus you have to pay IGST. This IGST which you pay whenever you import the goods or services, also you import, you have to pay IGST. That IGST also, input tax credit, is available to the importer. So that's what they are telling, whether it is CGST, SGST, IGST or UTGST, and include the IGST on imports also. But remember one thing, it does not include composition tax. Baba, composition tax 1%, 1%, 5%, 6%, there is no credit. Done, sir. This point is clear over here, and the credit always comes in your e-credit ledger. Now, in your input tax credit chapter, the most important section which is there is section number 16. But before I go ahead and talk about section number 16, I want to go ahead and talk about why the chapter of input tax credit. What is the linking of the chapter? See, we started learning GST with what, everyone? Goods or service. Goods or service has to be supplied. Now, supply can be either interstate supply or supply can be either intrastate supply. Interstate supply, IGST gets levied. Intrastate, CGST gets levied. Once GST gets levied, GST should be collected and paid by a taxable person. How will you collect and pay? You will calculate GST is equal to value of your supply into rate of tax. Once you calculate, you will maintain your accounts and you will send the goods to the other person with the help of e-way bill. Before this also, once you calculate, you give the tax invoice to the person to collect the GST. Then you maintain your accounts and you send the goods to the other person with the help of e-way bill. Now, your liability to pay GST comes. And liability comes at the time of supply. For example, my liability is 1000. How do I pay my liability? The first thing you're going to use is input tax credit, and that's what they have wanted and told. For example, my credit is 500 rupees. I'll use it, and remaining amount I will go ahead and make the payment. And sir, here comes the chapter that once you are liable to pay something, what will you go ahead and use? You will go ahead and use your input tax credit to pay it. And that's what we are going ahead and learning now. Input tax credit ka most important section is section number 16. Remember, in your registration chapter, section number 29, we go ahead and learn that, sir, violation of section number 16, your registration will be cancelled. I have written down here just for your reference. If you violate section number 16, then the rules, registration may be cancelled by your proper officer. Done, sir. This point is clear. This is just for your knowledge. I've written over here. Section number 16 says eligibility and condition for taking the credit. Who are eligible? What are the conditions you have to fulfill in order to be eligible? Are we all there? People, quickly tell me, is everyone there? Can we go ahead? Who is eligible and what are the conditions you have to fulfill to go ahead and be eligible? Section number 16 has section number 16.1, section number 16.2, section number 16 subsection 3 over here, section number 16 subsection 4 over here, section number 16 5 is deleted, and total bakwas it is. Section number 16 6 we have to go ahead and learn. Done, sir. Now everyone, let's go ahead and start with section number 16.1. Section number 16 ka first subsection is section number 16.1, which goes ahead and says, sir, who are the people eligible? The name of the section is eligibility, right? Who are the people who are eligible? That is told by section number 16.1. Section number 16.1 says, if you are a registered person, you are eligible. Who is eligible, everyone? Registered person. Of what is he eligible? Of whatever goods he buys, whatever services he takes, or a combination of goods and services he goes ahead and buys, then also he can go ahead and take the credit which he has used in his business. So whether I buy goods or I buy services, I can go ahead and take the credit of the amount, and the amount shall be credited to my e-credit ledger. So, sir, who is eligible? Registered person. Of what is he eligible? Goods, services, or both which he buys. Sir, which he buys for his personal purpose or business purpose? Business purpose. And the credit comes to his e-credit ledger. Story over. Section number 16.1 is done. Okay, sir. Now comes section number 16.2, the most important section. You will see in your exam one or the other point from section number 16.2 has come. Listen carefully. Section number 16.2 goes ahead and says, what are the conditions to go ahead and take the credit? What are the conditions to go ahead and take the credit? Listen carefully. Section number 16.2 says, possession of tax invoice. You should always possess the tax invoice. Section number 16.2 A says, you should have tax invoice. Okay. only then I can take the credit. You should have the debit note, only then you can take the credit. Or you should have such means as per the rules we will tell what are the other document which you should have, and that is told by rule number 36. So what they are going in and telling, you should have tax invoice, you should have debit note, or you should have such other document as told in rule number 36. And when you read rule number 36, rule number 36 says documentary requirement and condition for taking the credit. What are the documents required and what are the condition to take the credit? In rule number 36, they have gone ahead and told. And rule number 36 has 4 sub rules over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone, very easy. Listen carefully. Rule number 36 1 says you should always have the supplier's invoice. Supplier has supplied me, I should have the invoice. Then, sir, self invoice. If the supplier did not give the invoice and I have to pay GST under RCM, I should have self invoice, that is the invoice as per section number 31(3)(f), subject to payment of tax. Means supplier was unregistered, I was registered. Supplier went ahead and supplied me the goods and I have to pay the GST under RCM. If I have to go ahead and pay the GST under RCM, then they are going ahead and telling over here, Ramesh, if supplier has supplied you and you have to pay the GST under RCM, then you should have what, everyone? Self-invoice over here, and that self-invoice is also approved to go ahead and take the credit. The next one, supplier would have gone ahead and given me a debit note, I should have a debit note. If I have imported the goods, if I have gone ahead and imported the goods from outside India, to clear the goods, we always go ahead and file bill of entry. That bill of entry may, I would have gone ahead and paid IGST on the importation of goods. That credit also I can go ahead and take, provided I have bill of entry. The last one is ISD invoice, but ISD invoice at intermediate level is not required because ISD as a chapter comes only for your final. Is my point clear to all of you? Is my point clear to all of you? Please tell me, everyone. ISD invoice. Done, sir. Sir, can you please tell once again what are the documents required? Yes, Baba, you should remember bill of entry. If you have imported goods, bill of entry document is required to take the credit. ISD invoice, not required to remember, just for your knowledge purpose. ISD invoice is also required. Input service distributor. ISD means input service distributor. Okay? R for RCM ka case mein you should have self invoice, debit note, and supplier's invoice. It means you should have birds in order to take the credit. What is birds, everyone? You should have bill of entry, ISD invoice, supplier's invoice, reverse charge ka case mein self invoice, debit note, and supplier's invoice. Only then you can go ahead and take the credit. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, tell me one thing. In this document, you are telling I should have birds to take the credit. In the document, what details should be there at least? Only then I can take the credit. See, tax invoice chapter went ahead and told lot of details to be captured in an invoice. Now, for example, one person went ahead and gave me one invoice. One person went ahead and gave me one invoice. And in the invoice, he went ahead and missed to put some detail. This tax invoice came to me. This tax invoice may, whatever details he has gone ahead and put, in that detail, one point he missed it. He did not make the invoice as per GST. Everything is there, but 1 or 2 points as per the GST. Tax invoice chapter told lot of details to be captured. One detail is not there. Can I take the credit of the invoice? So they went ahead and told in your invoice, if these details are there, you can take the credit. What details should be there? Description, value, tax. Whatever description, if in the invoice, description of the goods is written, value of the goods is written, tax is written, GST and number of supplier and recipient both is written, and place of supply in case of interstate. In case of interstate, place of supply means if supplier has gone ahead and supplied to me, I am in Karnataka, he should have written the place where it is supplied is Karnataka. So what they are going ahead and telling, Ramesh, can you tell us what are the documents on the basis of which GST credit can be taken? If I have bill of entry, ISD invoice, debit note, RCM का केस में self invoice and supplier's invoice, I can take the credit. In this document, at least these details should be there. Description of the goods should be there. Value of the goods or service should be there. Tax which has been charged should be written, and GST and number of supplier and recipient both should be there. Only then I can go ahead and take the credit. And the place of supply should be there. If supplier has gone ahead and supplied me from other state, he should always write which is the state he is supplying. Only then I can take the credit. These details should be there in your document. Only then you can go ahead and take the credit. Done, sir. This point is clear. Thirdly, no ITC of any tax paid in pursuance of demand confirmed on account of fraud, willful misstatement, and suppression of fact. What they are telling over here, everyone listen to me very carefully. One person, I went ahead and sold the goods. Everyone listen. I went ahead and sold the goods, but he told, hey Ramesh, don't give the invoice. I did not give him any invoice. We were trying to do a fraud. GST department caught me saying, Ramesh, useless fellow, you are not giving any Bill, why are you doing all this thing? Wrong thing. I told, sir, sorry. Department told nothing, sorry. You have to pay the GST. 1 lakh rupees pay. Department demanded from me 18,000 rupees GST. They gave me a love letter. Demand order came. I paid 18,000 because I was trying to do a fraud. Plus they charged me penalty, etc. Also penalty. You leave it now. Now this 18,000 which I paid, I called Suresh. Hey Suresh, the goods which I sold you without invoice, no, because of you, I had to pay to the department 18,000 tax. Now I will give you one tax invoice. Give me the amount of 1 lakh rupees plus give me the GST also, and you can take the credit. No, Suresh will not be able to take the credit because this tax which was paid by me was because of a fraud. So if I do any fraud and I pay any tax, that tax ka credit is not allowed. Remember one thing, everyone, no ITC of any tax paid in pursuance of demand confirmed on account of fraud, willful misstatement and suppression of fact. Sir, done, sir. This point is clear. The next one, people, can you tell me, everyone, what did I teach you till now? I went ahead and told section number 16. Section number 16, one, everyone, who is eligible? Registered person. Of what is he eligible? Of the goods, services, or both, which he has gone ahead and used in his business. And the credit is given in the e-credit ledger. Done, sir. Section number 16.2 went ahead and told what are the conditions that should be fulfilled to go ahead and take the credit. Section number 16.2a went ahead and told there should be tax invoice, there should be debit note, and such are the document as told by rule number 36. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, they are telling everyone, listen carefully. They are telling over here tax invoice, debit note, and such other document as told in rule number 36. Okay. Now, rule number 36 went ahead and told the rule number 36 1. You should have birds, BIRDS. Sir, what document I should have to take the credit? I should have bill of entry, ISD invoice, RCM ka case mein self invoice, debit note, and suppliers invoice. In my document, at least in this document, description should be there, value should be there, tax should be there, GST number and place of supply should be there. Only then I can go ahead and take the credit. Done. Thirdly, sir, if I have gone ahead and paid a tax because of a fraud, willful misstatement means I was doing wrong things. Willfully I had gone ahead and written wrong details. Willfully I had stated, might be in the invoice, I am sending mobile phone, I had written calculator. Willful misstatement I had done, or any suppression I had done. I had not told something which I was which I had to tell, which I was required to tell, but I have suppressed some detail. Then that is called fraud. Baba, you talk about this as fraud only. If you do any fraud, willful misstatement and suppression, we'll understand in CA final level. If you are trying to do any fraud, you sold, this is the perfect example. You sold some goods, you did not go ahead and give the front person any invoice. You told, sir, take the goods without any invoice. Later you got caught, so you told the front person, I'll give you an invoice, you can go ahead and take the credit. Remember one thing, this tax which was paid by me was because of a fraud. The front person will not get any credit. Done, sir. Fourth point over here goes ahead and talks about, see, Ramesh, just because you have an invoice, you can't take the credit. Supplier gave me an invoice. Can I take the credit of this? No. They are telling over here, supplier should show the details in GSTR1 and the details. Supplier should show the details in GSTR1 and the details should come in my GSTR2B. GSTR2B, only that details I can take the credit. Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear till here? I want everyone to quickly tell me, are we all clear till here? Everyone, are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. Clear. Yes, sir. Clear. I hope you guys are able to recall. Yes, sir. We are able to recall. Now listen to me very carefully. They had gone ahead and written this saying, sir, no ITC shall be availed by registered person with respect to invoice or debit note, the details of which are required to be furnished under section number 37 means that the details are required to be furnished in GSTR 1 unless the details have been of such invoice or debit note have been furnished by supplier in GSTR 1 and the details have been ITC in respect of such invoice or debit note have been communicated to registered person in GSTR 2B. So only if the supplier showed in GSTR 1 and it comes in my 2B, I can go ahead and take the credit. You know what happened then? The same thing which was told by rule number 36, they had to go ahead and write in the act also, because this was written in the rule. anything written in the rule should be supported by act, and hence in section number 16 AA they wrote the same thing again. They told over here the details of such invoice and debit note referred to in clause A has been furnished by the supplier, and such details have been communicated to the recipient of such invoice and debit note in the manner prescribed under section number 37. Means supplier should have shown in GSTR 1 and the details should have come in my GSTR 2B. Only then I can go ahead and take the credit. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one, same thing they went ahead. Sir, same thing they went ahead and wrote over here. Sir, what is this IFF? Baba, IFF is Invoice Furnishing Facility, GSTR 1 or GSTR 1A, or using IFF. IFF is Invoice Furnishing Facility. In your return chapter, you will see people who go ahead and file quarterly return, they don't file every month GSTR 1, they file Invoice Furnishing Facility, Invoice Furnishing Facility and GSTR 1. In your return chapter, it is there. Okay, sir? Done. Everyone over here now, tell me one thing. What did I tell you till now? I went ahead and told about section number 16. I went ahead and told section number 16 1 who is eligible, registered person. Section number 16 2A went ahead and told I should have tax invoice, debit note and such other document. What other document I should have? I should have birds. What are the 5 documents, everyone? Bill of entry, ISD invoice. Then, sir, R for RCM का केस में self invoice, D for debit note and S for supplier's invoice. Only then I can go ahead and take the credit. In this document, what details should be there? Only then I can take the credit. In this document, it should be description, value, tag, GST number and place of supply should be there. Only then I can go ahead and take the credit. Done, sir. Sir, if I go ahead and pay anything because of a fraud, I did a fraud and I went ahead and gave an invoice to you. That invoice ka credit you can't take. Supplier should show the details in GSTR 1. It should come in my 2B. Only then I can take the credit. And the same thing government went ahead and wrote in AA also. Government told supplier should show the details in GSTR 1 and the details should be communicated to you in GSTR 2B. Only then you can go ahead and take the credit. I want to ask you guys one question. For an example, I have gone ahead and purchased from 1 supplier, 2 supplier, 3 supplier. All the people had to file their GSTR 1. Now, supplier number 1 filed his GSTR 1. Supplier number 1 filed his GSTR 1. It came in my 2B. Supplier number 2 filed his GSTR 1. It also came in my 2B. Supplier number 3, he gave me the invoice, but he did not file his GSTR 1. Will I get the credit of the supplier number 3? Yes or no? Whatever sales he has not shown in his GSTR 1, will I get the credit? Yes or no? Yes, everyone. Will I get the credit? Yes or no, everyone? No, no, no. Because the amount would not have come in my 2B. If it does not come in my 2B, I will not get the credit. Very good, everyone. Okay, sir. Done. Now, Sir, you know what happened? Supplier went ahead and showed in GSTR 2B. Baba, you know what? In GSTR 2B also, government is selling only in 2B. Coming is not important. In 2B also, government has created 2 columns which are there. One is ITC available and one is ITC not available. It means whenever supplier goes ahead and shows in GSTR 1, no, listen carefully. Whenever my suppliers will go ahead and show in GSTR 1, the details come in my 2B. In my 2B also 2 columns are there. One is called ITC available, one is called ITC not available. If the details come in my ITC not available, no, those details I can't take the ITC. Means there are some conditions which are there. There are some conditions which are there which you don't have to remember. Because my supplier is a defaulter, because my supplier is a defaulter, he has done some wrong thing. Because of that, what will happen? No, whenever he will file GSTR 1, the details will come in 2B. But in my 2B also, there are 2 parts which government have done. If my supplier is a good guy, the details will come in ITC available. If my supplier is a bad guy who has done something wrong, then the details will come in my 2B, but ITC not available may. Is my point clear to all of you? So they have gone ahead and told, sir, see here everyone, they are telling the details of ITC with respect to supply communicated to the registered person under section number 38. You don't have to remember section number 38 has not been restricted. It means the details came in my 2B, but still I can't take the credit if it is restricted credit. It is telling ITC not available, that credit I'll not get. I hope this point is clear to all of you that whenever supplier shows in GSTR 1, it comes in my 2B. In my 2B also there are 2 parts, ITC available, ITC not available. If it is coming ITC not available, I can't take the credit. Gone. Done, sir. This point is clear. So, can you tell me, everyone, sir, what did you tell till now? I went ahead and told section number 16. One, who is eligible? Registered person. Of what? Goods, services, or both, which he has used in his business. You have to keep repeating, only then you will remember this chapter properly. Section number 16, 2 went ahead and told, sir, what are the details what are the condition you will get the credit? You should have tax invoice, you should have debit note, or you should have such other document as told by rule number 36. Rule number 36 goes ahead and says you should have bill of entry, ISD invoice, RCM का केस में सेल्फ इनवॉइस, डेबिट नोट एंड सप्लायर्स इनवॉइस. ओनली देन यू कैन टेक द क्रेडिट. इन योर डॉक्यूमेंट्स यू शुड हैव डिस्क्रिप्शन, वैल्यू, टैक्स, जीएसटी नंबर एंड प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई. In case of interstate, only then you can take the credit. Fraud ka case mein, you will never get the credit. Supplier should show the invoice in GSTR 1. It should come in your 2B. Only then you can take the credit. The same thing they went in and wrote in AA also. Supplier should show in GSTR 1. Details should come in my 2B. And in 2B also, sir, remember one thing, everyone. BA point got inserted. In 2B, it is not restricted. If in my 2B the credit shows as restricted credit, I will not get the credit. Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear till here, everyone? Are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. This was about invoice should be there. Invoice should be given by him. Invoice should show in GSTR 1. It should come in my 2B. 2B may also not restricted. It should be available credit. Done, sir? This point is clear. Baba, just because you have the invoice, you can't take the credit. No. Now they are going ahead and telling supplier should show in GSTR 1. It came in your 2B. You have the invoice. You can't take the credit unless you received the goods, services, or both. The next condition over here is you should have received. See, just because I received the invoice, I can't take the credit. I should have also received the goods. That's what they are telling over here. Sir, you should have received the goods, services, or both. Only then you can go ahead and take the credit. And it says deemed received concept is also fine when goods or services are provided by the supplier to the recipient or any other person on the direction of such registered person. For an example, I went ahead and told my supplier, do the billing to me, but I went ahead and told my supplier, do the billing to me, but ship the goods directly to my buyer. So what it is called bill to ship to. He will do the billing to me. He will ship the goods over there directly to my buyer. In this scenario, when he gives me the bill, no, I can take the credit if my ultimate recipient has received it. This is called bill to me, ship to him. Bill to me, ship it to him. When he receives it, I can go ahead and take the credit even though I have actually not received the goods, but it will be deemed that when my buyer has received the goods, I can go ahead and take the credit. Supplier gave me the invoice, shipped the goods directly. I can go ahead and take the credit. That's all has been told over here. That, sir, you received the goods, services. Deemed received concept is also fine when goods, services are provided by the supplier to the recipient or any other person on the direction of such registered person. So, sir, if supposingly Ram is over here and this is Sham over here and this is Mohan over here. Mohan has gone ahead and bought some goods from Sham. Sham went ahead and placed the order to Ram. He told Ram, bill it to me, but do one thing, send the goods directly over here. When Mohan receives, I can go ahead and take the credit of the bill which I have received over here because he will give me the bill, I will give the bill to him. Listen to me very carefully, but the goods are going directly over here. I did not receive the goods, but I can take the credit. When ultimately this guy receives it, it will be deemed that I have received and I can take the ITC of this bill. Bill received, I can take the credit if my ultimate recipient has received the goods. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one over here, listen to me very carefully. 1, 2, 3. We have gone ahead and learned A point. A point. B, received the goods and the credit should not be restricted. Now, next one over here. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Supplier gave me the document. I received the goods. Next step is supplier should have paid the tax to the government. Supplier should have paid the tax to the government. The next step over here is tax should be paid to the government through cash or credit utilization. I want to go ahead and tell you guys little in detail about this. Everyone listen carefully. I'm very sure you guys might be wanting to understand this point little in detail. I will talk in little details over here. Listen everyone. Supplier is over here. I am the recipient. Listen carefully everyone. Supplier went ahead and filed GSTR1. Okay? The details went to the front person in GSTR2B. He showed 1 crore rupees ka sale, 18 lakh ka liability. This guy got input tax credit 18 lakh rupees. Done, sir. Now, supplier has GSTR2B. Somebody else would have filed GSTR1, it would have come in as GSTR2B. I will also file my GSTR1. Correct? When I filed my GSTR1, I told my sale is 1.5 crore. Liability is, for example, 30 lakh rupees. Done. He has input tax credit, for an example, of 10 lakh rupees. Okay. On 20th of every month, he will also file his GSTR3B. Listen carefully. And when I am filing my GSTR3B, I should go ahead and avail the credit. So I should go ahead and say, how much is my output tax liability? Sir, my liability is 30 lakh rupees over here. My input tax credit, how much is my input tax credit? 18 lakh rupees over here. And sir, remaining payment I should do, which is 12 lakh rupees. Okay? Now listen. He should also file his GSTR3B. Output tax liability, input tax credit. Sir, how much is the output? 18. How much is the input? 10. And he should pay 8 lakh to the government. Now listen to me very carefully. Supplier should pay the tax. But tell me one thing. You know what happens? On 20th of every month, he should pay the tax also by using his credit, and remaining amount he can pay in cash. So by his credit or cash, he should pay the tax. Okay? And then only I can go ahead and take the credit. He should have paid the tax 10 lakh plus 8 lakh, 18 lakh. Only then I can take the credit of 18 lakh. But you know what, everyone? I already took the credit on 20th. But on 20th, this guy did not file his return. Oh, but I already took the credit. What they are telling over here? It is subject to section number 41. It says, sir, did he pay the tax? Did not pay the tax. Did I already take the credit? Yes. But why did you take the credit if your supplier did not file the return? So it says over here, every registered person shall be entitled to avail the ITC as self-assessed in the return, and such amount will be given in the e-credit ledger. Whatever I ask in the e-credit ledger, no. See, whatever ITC ask in the GSTR3B, no, that credit is given to me. I get the credit immediately. Self-assessed. Self-assessed means whatever you tell in your return. In your return, you told 18 lakh credit. No, government will give you the credit immediately. But remember one thing. The ITC availed by registered person with respect to such supplies, the tax has not been paid by the supplier shall be reversed with interest. It means, did my supplier pay this 18 lakh? No, sir, useless fellow, he did not pay. So what to do? You have to pay it back to the government with interest. Interest we'll learn in payment of taxes chapter. Okay? Now, what happened over here? He did not pay the tax, but I have to reverse. Now I'll tell, hey, shameless fellow supplier, you did not pay the tax. Whatever credit was there, I already took it. And you did not pay the tax, so I have to pay it back to the government with interest. Done? Now, here government went ahead and told, I told, sir, how is it possible that on 20th, I'll wait for all my suppliers to file their return and then I will take the credit? What if they file the return at 11:30? Should I wait in my office till 11:30 to take the credit? No, government told you take the credit. You take the credit. If supplier don't go ahead and file the return, whatever credit you took, you should reverse it. But sir, when should I reverse? Next day morning when I come to the office, I should reverse it. When should I reverse? The government told over here, see, rule number 37A got introduced. People, are you guys with me on the same page, everyone, till here? Supplier went ahead and did not file his GSTR 3B. He filed his GSTR 1, it came in by 2B. I went ahead and took the credit already when I was filing 3B. When I was filing GSTR 3B, I took the credit, but my supplier, useless fellow, he did not go ahead and pay the tax to the government. Now what to do? Now, Baba, wait for him. Tell him to go ahead and file his return. Remember one thing, for an example, this is the month of April. And April month ka 20th May, he should have filed his GSTR 3B. He did not file. You filed and you took the credit. Tell him, hey, listen, April month, 20th May, 3B not filed. But I already took the credit. Hey, useless fellow, you have not filed the 3B. File no. File next month. File little later. You don't have to reverse the credit. I don't have to reverse the credit. I can tell him, file, next month you file it. So government is telling over here, Ramesh, if your supplier files the GSTR 3B late also, it's okay, you can keep the credit. But sir, till what time? Government is telling full year got over. Sir, this fellow did not file his GSTR 3B, full year got over, no problem. Tell him to file till next year 30th September. Till what time? This GSTR 3B he can file till next year 30th September. If he files on 30th September, no problem. Whatever credit I've taken, I can keep it. Whatever credit I've taken, I can keep it. But if he does not go ahead and file by 30th September, listen carefully, then 30th November, I should reverse how much credit I took, 18 lakh. I should reverse along with interest. Done, sir. Then they are going ahead and telling, if you don't reverse, Ramesh, for example, my supplier did not file the return which was supposed to be filed over here till 30th September also he did not file. Then they are going and telling on or before 30th November, the recipient who has taken the credit should reverse the amount with interest. Sir, what if I don't reverse? If you don't reverse on 30th November, whatever credit you had taken, then Baba, supposingly you reversed on 31st December, then for this period you have to pay interest. Okay, sorry, here you don't have to pay any interest. If you don't reverse on 30th November, you reverse late, then you have to reverse this 18 lakh with interest. It means till 30th November, if I reverse, do I have to pay interest or not required? Not required. But if you go ahead and reverse after 30th November, any date, then you have to pay with interest. I reversed it. Later my supplier filed the return. Huh? Hey, you filed the return. If my supplier filed the return, supplier filed the 3B, then what to do? Then recipient can re-avail the ITC. I can take the credit again. Interest I will not get back. Sir, can you please repeat this? I will repeat. This is the month of April. Everyone, I'll repeat for you guys. Listen. April का GSTR 3B to be filed on 20th May. ठीक है, GSTR 3B. ठीक है, done sir. When I was filing GSTR 3B, supplier did not file. My supplier did not file his 3B, but as a recipient, I filed the 3B. 18 lakh ka ITC I took. I filed the 3B, I took the credit. Now what to do? But my supplier did not file the 3B. What to do? Tell him to file next month. Tell him to file. He can file once the year got over till 30th September. If he files the 3B, if he files this GSTR 3B, I can keep the credit. I don't have to reverse. But if he does not go ahead and file by this date, then 30th November, whatever credit I had taken 18 lakh ka credit, I should reverse. No interest payable. But if I don't reverse 30th November, I reversed supposingly 1 month late, then this period ke liye I have to pay interest plus reverse. Reverse with interest. Done. Sir, what if my supplier later went in and filed the return? I already reversed and then he filed the return. Then what will happen? If your supplier later filed the return in the month of February, 3B filed by your supplier, then what to do? February month ka, when you are filing your return, recipient on 20th March, I can go ahead and take the ITC again. What I had gone ahead and reversed over here, I can go ahead and take it back. Please tell me, are we all clear? The same thing is told in rule number 37A, reversal of ITC in case of non-payment by the supplier and re-availment thereof. It says, where the ITC has been availed by the registered person in GSTR 3B with respect to invoice or debit note, the details of which have been furnished by the supplier in GSTR 1, you think 1. Okay? But corresponding 3B has not been filed by the supplier. Supplier went ahead and showed in GSTR 1. It came in my 2B, but 3B has not been filed by him. Then they are going ahead and telling, till what date? Next month. Till 30th next year, 30th September, if it does not file, then following the end of the financial year in which the ITC has been availed, the said ITC shall be reversed by the registered person while furnishing the GSTR 3B on or before 30th November. So my supplier did not file his GSTR 3B. Then I can tell him, file in the next month, file in the next month, file in the next month, file in the next month. If it does not file by 30th September also, next year ka 30th September, then 30th November, I should reverse the credit. If I don't reverse, if ITC is not reversed by the registered person, such amount shall be payable by the said person along with interest. It means if I reverse it after 30th November, I have to reverse with interest. Okay, sir. Sir, I reversed it. I had taken the credit, I paid it back. If I paid it back, then what happened? Later, supplier filed his 3B. If supplier subsequently furnishes the GSTR 3B, the registered person may re-avail the credit in the GSTR 3B for the tax period after. So what happened over here? Listen carefully. My supplier did not file his 3B. Can I keep the credit? Yes, you can keep the credit. I already took the credit. I can keep the credit. Tell him to file by 30th September. If he files, no problem. If he does not file, 30th November, you reverse it. If you don't reverse, then you have to reverse with interest. What if later he filed the 3B? I can take the credit again. Please tell me everyone, is rule number 37A clear to all of you? Are we all clear with rule number 37A? Please tell me everyone, are we all clear with rule number 37A? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Done. Everyone, listen to me very carefully. Now, tell me one thing, everyone. Supplier should have filed his GSTR 1. It should come in my 2B. Baba, he filed his GSTR 1. It came in my 2B. If me as a recipient, I want the credit, then what I should do? They went ahead and told you as a recipient, you want the credit? Recipient. See, tax should be paid by the supplier. By whom? By supplier. Supplier should have paid the tax to the government. You as a recipient, you should have filed your return. Means tell me one thing. Everyone, whenever you want the credit, what should you always file? GSTR 3B. That's all they are telling. You should file your 3B to take the credit. See, return should be filed by the recipient. Which return, everyone? GSTR 3B. Sir, can you please repeat once again? I will repeat with you guys. Everyone listen carefully. First of all, section number 16, I taught you section number 16.1. Who is eligible to take the credit? Registered person. Of what is he eligible? Goods, services or both, which he has used in his business. Credit comes in your e-credit ledger. Done, sir. Section number 16.2 goes ahead and says, sir, what is the condition to go ahead and take the credit? Condition. Section number 16.2A, sir, you should have tax invoice, debit note, such other document as told in rule number 36. Done, sir. Then, sir, rule number 36 told you should have bill of entry, ISD invoice, RCM का केस में self invoice, debit note and suppliers invoice. In the document, what details should be there? Description, value, tax, GST number and place of supply. Supplier, if any tax has been paid by supplier because of fraud, I can't take the credit. Sir, fraud, then supplier should show in GSTR 1. It should come in my 2B. Only then I can take the credit. Same thing I went ahead and wrote over here. Supplier should show in GSTR 1 and it should come in my 2B. And Baba, BA told in 2B it is not restricted. It should not be restricted. If it is restricted, you will not get the credit. Done, sir. Then I went ahead and told I should have received the goods, services or both. Only getting the invoice is not enough. You should have received the goods also. And thirdly, they went ahead and told supplier should have paid the tax to the government. Basically, tax paid by supplier. If he does not pay, I can still keep the credit. He can file the return little late also till next year 30th September also. If he files, it's okay. I can keep the credit. Number D over here, he paid the tax. I want the tax. No, so I should also file my GSTR 3B. Return filed by recipient. Only then recipient can go ahead and take the credit. Please tell me everyone, are we all clear till here? Are we all clear till here, everyone? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Done. Take it. I'll give you 5 minutes to see this chart. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Then we'll do the next part. I want you guys to revise it. See, tell me if you're clear. Then we'll go to the next part, which is the next chart. Please see. See for 5 minutes, everyone. See for 5 minutes. I shall be back. 5 minutes, I'll be back. Are we all back? Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead, everyone? Is everyone back? Is everyone back? Can we go ahead? Chalo. Let's continue. Now, everyone, in the next page, they have gone ahead and told some provisos which are there. Section number 16.2 ka one proviso is there. Proviso to section number 16.2. If goods are against an invoice are received in lot or installment, registered person entitled to avail ITC on the receipt of the last lot. For example, I went ahead and told one person to give me 10,000 bags of cement. One invoice he gave me. One invoice he has given me. Against that, he has sent the goods in January, February, March. 10,000 bags of cement. Some goods are coming in one truck, some are coming in other, some is coming in other. 3 trucks are going to come, one in January, one in February, one in March. Can you tell me when can I go ahead and take the credit? January, February or March? So they went ahead and told over here, you can go ahead and take the credit on the receipt of the last lot, which is received in the month of March. Basically, when you receive the last truck, you can go ahead and take the credit. That's all they've gone ahead and told. Done, sir. This point is clear. After that, there is a proviso to section number 16.2, which goes ahead and talks about, sir, payment to the supplier should be made within 180 days from the date of invoice. That is the value plus the tax both. If not, then the ITC availed, you should pay it back to the government or reverse along with interest in the manner prescribed. And that is told by rule number 37. Sir, can you please explain? Yes, I'll explain. For an example, this is the month of January. I've received one invoice. In the month of January, if I receive an invoice, I should go ahead and take the credit when I'm filing my return in the month of March, basically January, then February. 20th February, I should go ahead and take the ITC. For example, January month ka invoice was 10 lakh rupees ka invoice and credit was 1.8 lakh. So I will go ahead and take the input tax credit 1.8 lakh. Listen to me very carefully. Now, if from the date of invoice, when does 180 days gets over? 15 January ka invoice for an example. January, how many days? 31 days, 15 days gone, 16 days January, February 28 days, March 31 days, April 30 days, May 31 days. Sir, how many days gone? 16 plus 28 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31. So 136. Plus this is Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June. June 30 days again. Okay. Plus 30 days June gone. July, how many days we need? 166. So we need 14 more days in July. So July 14. 14 July, 180 days getting over. Listen to me very carefully. My supplier went ahead and gave me an invoice in January. I should make the payment to the supplier within 180 days. When is 180 days getting over? July. If I make the payment here, no problem. I can keep the credit. I did the payment here to my supplier. I made the payment. Then I don't have to reverse this credit. I can keep the credit which I have taken. But if I did not make the payment, for example, I made the payment later, might be after July. Then Baba, July month May, whatever input tax credit, supplier had gone ahead and paid the tax. I took the credit. Now government is going and telling Ramesh, the credit which you entered and took, you have to pay it back to the government because you did not make the payment to the supplier within 180 days. You did not make the payment. So July got over here. July month ka, when will I file the return? 20th August, when I file the return, I should pay back this 1.8 lakh to the government along with interest. Simple. Supplier gave me an invoice, I took the credit. If I don't go ahead and make the payment of this invoice within 180 days from the date of invoice, if I don't make the payment, the day 180 days gets over, that month ka when I am filing the return, July my 180 days got over, August 20th, I should pay back the GST credit which I had taken back to the government. That's all they have gone ahead and told over here. See, reversal of ITC in case of non-payment of consideration. Registered person shall pay back or reverse an amount equal to ITC availed in respect of supply proportionate to the amount not paid to supplier. If I had paid 50% to the supplier, I can keep 50% credit, 50% only reversal has to be done. It says you should pay it back along with interest while you are furnishing the GST or 3B for the period immediately following 180 days from the date of invoice. The day 180 days got over, the month 180 days got over, that month when you are filing the return, you have to go ahead and pay it back to the government. And that's all they are going ahead and telling. Now, sir, can you please repeat, sir? Once again, I'll tell everyone over here. Supplier gave me an invoice. From the invoice, I should pay it back to the supplier within 180 days. If I don't make the payment within 180 days, the day 180 days got over, I should pay it back. That month when I'm filing the return, I should pay it back to the supplier. Done, sir. This point, not supplier, sorry. The credit which I had taken, I have to pay it back to the government. Okay, done. No reversal with respect to, there are some supplies for which reversal is not required. Means even if I don't pay the supplier within 180 days, government says no problem. If you don't pay the supplier within 180 days also, no problem, Ramesh. What are the 3 points over here? They are telling supplies on which tax is payable under RCM. Supplier went ahead and gave me BD leaves. BD leaves ke liye I paid the GST under RCM. I can keep the credit even if I don't pay the supplier within 180 days. Government says let the supplier go to hell. You don't pay him within 180 days. You paid the tax, no, you take the credit. Over story. Done, sir. Secondly, supplies without consideration. Schedule 1. Do you guys remember Schedule 1? Permanent transfer of business asset, where ITC has been availed, supply between related person or distinct person. For example, my factory has transferred some goods to me where there is no consideration which is payable. But according to GST, it's a supply even without consideration. So, in this scenario, my factory would have paid the tax and me as a branch would have gone ahead and taken the credit. My factory says some goods came to me. Both of us are distinct person. They paid the tax, I took the credit. But it is without consideration. I don't have to pay them anything. If I don't have to pay them anything, there is no reversal attracted because I don't have to pay only. It says supplies without consideration. And the last one is on that part of value of supply which is made by the recipient. So what they are going ahead and telling, for example, my supplier went ahead and supplied me one machine for 1 lakh rupees. Out of that 1 lakh, I paid 50,000 to my supplier ka vendor. Supplier ka vendor was there. Him I paid already 50,000 rupees. So reversal will happen for 1 lakh or 50,000 only because only 50,000 I have not paid him. So reversal will happen only with respect to 50,000 rupees. That's all they are telling. Ki sir, if it is on that part of value of supply which is met by the recipient, means if I had paid someone on behalf of the supplier, that is like I have already paid the supplier and for that amount reversal is not attracted. Done, sir. Sir, tell me one thing. 180 days got over. From the invoice 180 days got over. I did not make the payment, so I reversed the credit. After I reversed the credit, no, I made the payment to the supplier. Can I take the credit again? Yes, you can take it. No time limit. ITC can be taken again when the payment is made to the supplier. There is no time limit to retake the credit. Section number 16(4), etc. ka time limit is not applicable. Tell me one thing, everyone. What is this rule number 37A? Rule number 37 is very simple. It goes ahead and says, supplier gave you an invoice. From the invoice, you should make the payment to him within 180 days. If you don't make the payment to him within 180 days, whatever credit you took for that invoice, you should pay it back to the government with interest. Done, sir. This point is clear. Later, I made the payment to the supplier. If you made the payment to the supplier, whatever credit you had reversed, no, you can take it again. That's all. They have gone ahead and told this in rule number 37. Now here, one question came over here. This clarification, I'll go ahead and explain you quickly. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Ex-works contract ka one clarification has come. Okay, this had come last time only. Last time we had learned it in amendment. Now in version 10 is a part of the chart book. Okay, everyone, people listen carefully. What is this ex-works contract wala point talking over here? For example, everyone, I'll explain, listen carefully. This is my supplier. My supplier ka factory is in Delhi. This is his factory. He told me, I told him I want to buy 10 cars. My supplier went ahead and told he is called the original equipment manufacturer. He is the original equipment manufacturer. He is the car manufacturer. I am in Karnataka. I went ahead and told, this is my Karnataka ka showroom. I told him I want 10 car. He told 10 car, I will give you X works contract. X works contract means outside my factory gate, I will give you the delivery. After that, the goods are yours. You do whatever you want. Now, in this scenario, what I did, I hired one goods transport agency on 1st of January. The goods transport agency put all the trucks in his, put all the cars in his truck, and he got the trucks to my premises. Now, in this scenario, the question which came was, 1st January, the goods are received at the factory gate. And now the goods are going to come to my premises. Might be it took 20 days or 1 month. It came to my premises on 20th of February. It took 50 days to reach to my factory. My question to all of you, from here to here, the communication was how many months? 50 days it took. Now, should I take the credit when I'm filing the return for January, or should I take the credit when I'm filing the return for the month of February? Because credit can be taken only when the goods are received. Now, when he gave me the goods outside his factory gate only, can I consider the goods as received by me? And can I take the credit in the month of January only, or the goods should be physically received in my premises? Because goods should be received to take the credit. Here the clarification came. He has passed on the goods to you in his factory gate. It means the goods ka I am the owner in the factory gate only. It means it is deemed that I have received the goods in the factory gate only. From here, when the transportation happens here, physical receipt is not important. Have I received the goods at the factory gate? Yes, the goods are mine now. Might be I had one GTA. I told the GTA, take the goods and come. But when did the goods ka ownership transfer to me? The goods ka ownership was transferred to me at the factory gate only. I can take the credit in January only. That's all they went ahead and told. Unless it happens that goods are coming on the way, there's a fire, goods burned, ITC also burned. Or I took some car for my personal purpose, then no ITC. They went ahead and told that's all. Clarification. Whether ITC can be availed by dealer only when the vehicles are physically received by the automobile dealer at his business premise, or ITC can be availed on the day the vehicles are billed to the dealer and handed over to the transporter by the OEM. OEM means original equipment manufacturer, like Maruti Suzuki. All these are original equipment manufacturer who manufactured the car at his factory gate. So they have gone ahead and told ITC can be availed on the date the vehicles are built and handed over to the transporter by the original equipment manufacturer at his factory gate. It means when can I go ahead and take the credit? The day the goods are handed over by the original equipment manufacturer at the factory gate, that day I can go ahead and take the credit. It says unless no ITC if goods are diverted for non-business use or goods are lost, stolen, destroyed, etc. So people tell me one thing. For example, these trucks were these goods were coming on the way. Here one fire happened. Goods gone. ITC also gone. Goods stolen. ITC also stolen. Or might be out of this car. No, one car I went ahead and took for my personal purpose. If personal purpose, then you don't get the credit. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. They went ahead and told Ramesh, he handed over the goods at the factory gate. You can take the credit today only, because according to him, the ownership is already transferred. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all they went ahead and told over here. At the factory gate, I can take the credit. It is not important that physically I should receive the goods at my premises only. Section number 16(3) goes ahead and says, if you go ahead and take, everyone, sir, please show. Okay, you want to see this? See, quickly. No problem. Please see. Okay? Everyone over here now, listen. The third one now. See, we learned section number 16(1). Who is eligible? Registered person. Section number 16(2). Condition to take the credit. Yes, sir. Conditions you went ahead and told. Now we are learning section number 16(3), which goes ahead and says, for example, I bought one asset for 1 lakh rupees. I paid 18,000 rupees ka GST on this asset. Can you tell me, can I take 18,000 rupees ka ITC? Yes, I can go ahead and take ITC of this 18,000. But remember one thing, then you should depreciate only 1 lakh, not 1 lakh 18. If I go ahead and do one thing, I go ahead and take depreciation of 1,18,000 total amount. It means I took depreciation of this 18,000 GST also, then I will not get any input tax credit. Remember one thing, if you take ITC of the GST portion, then Baba, depreciation cannot be claimed on the GST portion. But if you claim depreciation on the GST portion, ITC is not available. Both are. You have to be very careful. If you take ITC, don't take depreciation. If you take depreciation, don't take ITC of the GST component. I am going ahead and telling. Done, sir. This point is very simple. There is nothing. Registered person, if claims depreciation on the tax component of the capital goods and plant and machinery under the Income Tax Act, no ITC on the tax component. You will not get the credit of the tax component if you take depreciation of the tax. Okay? Done, sir. For example, in your exam, they went ahead and told you 10 lakh rupees ka asset bought, 1.8 lakh rupees GST paid. The total invoice value was 11.8 lakh. The buyer has gone ahead and taken depreciation on 11.8 lakh. Full depreciation taken on 11.8 lakh. Is ITC available? Yes or no, everyone? Is ITC available? Yes or no? Is ITC available? Yes or no? No, no, no. Because you have taken GST component also, you have taken the depreciation. I hope this point is clear. If you take depreciation on this whole amount, ITC is not available. Done, sir. Everyone over here now, let's go ahead. The next one over here is section number 16.4. Before I talk about section number 15, 16.4, tell me one thing, everyone. Section number 16.1, I told you who is eligible, registered person. Section number 16.2, I told you condition to take the credit. Section number 16.3, I am going ahead and telling you ITC taken, don't take depreciation. Depreciation taken of the GST component, don't take ITC. That's all. Section number 16.4, for an example, everyone, I received one invoice. Okay? This invoice I went and received. I told, invoice, very good, very good. I took this invoice, I folded the invoice, kept down and sat on the invoice and forgot to take the credit. I received the invoice, I forgot to take the credit. When can I go ahead and now take the credit? So they are going in and telling, for an example, I received one invoice in the month of April. April, may I received the invoice or debit note. I had to take the credit on 20th. April का 20th May, but I did not take the credit. Why? Because I forgot. I kept the invoice, I sat on it and I forgot. Can you tell me, for this invoice, when can I go ahead and take the credit? If I did not take the credit of the invoice that time, then when can I go ahead and take the credit? They are telling Ramesh, do one thing, no, next month return take it, next month return take it, next month ka return may take it, next month ka return. What is the last day I can go ahead and take the credit with respect to an invoice which is received in 1 year? Or if I have received one debit note, when can I take the credit? They are telling, take it in the same month, take it in the next month, take it in the next month. But remember one thing, the last date to take the credit with respect to invoice is 30th November. 30th November. This year finished, for example, 25-26, then this is 30th November 2026. 30th November 2026. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. Everyone over here, listen. If you don't go ahead and take the credit by 30th November, then gone. You can't go ahead and take the credit. So it says what? 30th November of the next year or annual return ka actual date. Annual return ka due date is what? 31st December is annual return ka due date. But they are not telling due date. They are going ahead and telling the actual date of filing annual return. If I filed annual return on 15th of September only, I filed the annual return on 15 September only. What is the last date to take the credit? 15 September. If I did not file the annual return here, then what is the last date to take the credit? 30th November. Remember one thing, the last date to take the credit with respect to any invoice or debit note is always 30th November or annual return, whichever is earlier. Is this point clear to all of you? Can you tell me, everyone, for an example, 2025-26, 15th August, annual return file. 30th November. What is the last day I can take the credit, everyone? Any invoice with respect to this year, invoice or debit note, what is the last date to take the credit? August or 30th November? 15th August or 30th November? Can you guys tell me, everyone, 15th August or 30th November? 15th August or 30th November? Sir, 15th August. Very good, everyone. For example, if I go ahead and ask you now, the next question. I went ahead and filed the annual return on 31st December only. I filed the annual return. Actual date of filing. Can you tell me what is the last date to take the credit? What is the last date to take the credit? Sir, the last date to take the credit is, because annual return is filed here, 30th November. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, the point is clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Next. Okay, we already found the invoice. Okay, now done. The next point we'll go ahead and understand now. Everyone over here. Very good, very good, very good, everyone. Okay, this next point I want to go ahead and talk about it. For an example, now you have to go ahead and pay GST under RCM. Yes, in case of RCM supplies, when do I go ahead and get the credit is the question over here. For example, one director is there. Director gave services to the company. This is the company. Company should pay GST under RCM. Correct. For example, the director went ahead and gave the services on 1st of April 2025. Everyone listen carefully. Everyone listen carefully. Director gave the services to me on 1st of April 2025. I am a company. Sir, this kind of invoice should be raised within 30 days. It means when should I raise the invoice? 1st April. April 30 days are there. First gone means 29 days in April. It means 1st of May I will raise the self invoice. Kindly tell me everyone, April gone here. 1st of this date, I'll raise the self invoice. For example, 1 lakh rupees director ka services received, GST 18,000. 18,000 I should pay under RCM. Correct? RCM when I should pay? May month. When will I file the return? 20th of June. I should pay this 18,000 rupees under RCM. And I can go ahead and take the ITC also. Please tell me everyone, are we clear with this point? Is this point first of all clear to all of you? I received one director ka services. Director services when I received it, I made one self invoice over here. Within 30 days I should make the self invoice. For example, I made the self invoice on 1st of May. May month ka I should file the return on 20th June. 20th June reverse charge me I should pay the tax and I should take the credit. First pay the tax and then I can take the credit also. Is this point clear to all of you? Yes, sir. This point is clear. Okay. You know what happened? I did not make the self invoice also. I did not pay the GST under RCM also. Bad boy. But you know what happened? After 25-26 gone, in 2026-27, GST officer told me, hey Ramesh, in the month of September, the GST officer caught me. He told, hey, useless fellow, why didn't you pay the GST under RCM? Why didn't you make a self invoice? I told, sir, I didn't know about it. I'm really sorry. Then he will tell, no problem. Now make the self invoice. I made the self invoice over here. Okay? Because this self invoice I did not make, I did not pay the tax. Now I made the self invoice. And September means 20th October, I paid the GST under RCM. Can I take the ITC was the question. Government told, yes, you can take the ITC. You pay the GST under RCM and you take the credit, no problem. But you should have paid the tax on 20th June over here. You are paying the tax late. Because you are paying the tax late, you have to pay the tax along with interest and you can take the credit also of the GST which is paid. That's all is the clarification given by the government. If one RCM had to be paid in 2025-26, but I paid later, might be after 1 year, can I still pay and take the credit? Yes, you can take the credit. But remember, because you are paying it late, you have to pay with interest. Is the point clear to all of you? See what they are telling. In case of supplies under RCM, where the tax has to be paid under RCM and where the invoice is to be issued by the recipient in accordance with 31(3)(f) self-invoice, the relevant financial year for calculation of the time limit under section number 16(4), that is the maximum time limit to take the credit, the financial year in which invoice is issued by the recipient. People, when did I issue the invoice? 2026-27. Yes, sir. You made the invoice in 2026-27. So this invoice ke liye, what is the last date to take the credit? Which year I made the self invoice? That year ka next year, 30th November or annual return ka actual date, whichever is earlier. But remember one thing, because you made the self invoice here, you paid the tax here, you have to pay with interest because you should have paid the tax here only, you are paying it late. This is okay, sir. But tell me one thing, if I raise the invoice in 2026-27, I made the self invoice, when can I take the credit? Last day, next year, 30th November और annual return का actual date for this year 26-27 when you made the self invoice that year का next year 30th November or annual return का actual date whichever is earlier. That's all they clarified over here. That's all, sir. Done. ठीक है. It says subject to payment of tax and fulfillment of other condition in case because you are paying the tax late you are required to pay along with interest. Done, sir. Sir, can you please repeat once again? Yes, I'll repeat for you. Listen. I should have made the self invoice here and I should have paid the tax here. But I missed it. I didn't know. I should have made the self invoice and pay. Might be. I didn't know. I missed it. Now what to do? Next year, GST officer pointed out, I make the self invoice, pay the tax. Because I am paying the tax late, I have to pay RCM with the interest amount. Now, can you tell this self invoice, what is the last date to take the credit? Can I take the credit here? Yes. If you don't take the credit here, then what is the last date to take the credit? When you made the self invoice, not when you received the set. No, when you made the self invoice, that year ka, next year 30th November or annual return ka actual date, whichever is earlier. That's all. The year you make the self invoice, that year ka next year 30th November or annual return ka actual date, whichever is earlier, you can go ahead and take the done, sir. This point is clear. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Last one is section number 16.6 over here. Let's go ahead and understand section number 16.6. Section number 16.6 goes ahead and talks about time limit to take the ITC. Everyone, time limit to take the ITC in case of cancellation of registration order is revoked. Sir, can you please explain this? I will explain this, but first you have to tell me, are we all clear with this circular which I would with this clarification which I have gone ahead and explained now? Is everyone clear with this clarification? Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear? Just give me a minute. Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear with this point till here? Yes, sir, clear. Cholo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now, listen. Now, the last part which I want to go ahead and talk, listen carefully, everyone. Everyone over here now. For an example, this is the year 2025-26. I received one invoice for this year. This invoice was received in the month of June, but I did not go ahead and take the ITC. I missed it. Okay. What is the last date to take the credit? 30th November or annual return, actual date of filing, not due date, actual date of filing, whichever is earlier. Okay. You know what happened? On 20th October, my registration got cancelled. Registration cancelled. But this invoice ka credit I did not take till then. I did not take. I forgot. I could have taken the credit on 30th November or annual return ka actual date of filing, whichever is earlier. But you know what? Because my registration was cancelled, everyone listen carefully. Here, I could not take the credit. You know what? 90 days I should apply for revocation. I took 90 days. Revocation applied. I applied for revocation. I told sir, please don't cancel my registration. I applied for revocation. ठीक है. After revocation के लिए, I applied. Might be in the month of December I applied. They took 30 days. January, they revoked. Revocation order came. They told, sir, okay, we are not cancelling your registration. Don't cry. I told, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're not cancelling. But you know what? The day revocation order came, My time limit already gone to take the credit of the invoice. That invoice, I had not taken the credit. Here, I missed it. But I wanted to take the credit on 30th November or inverter actual date, whichever is earlier. I had to take the credit. But sir, 30th November is already gone. I could not take the credit. Now that you have given me the revocation order, I applied, you gave me the revocation order. They're telling whatever invoice you could not take the credit because your registration was cancelled. Do one thing. From the revocation order, within 30 days, take the ITC of those invoices. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear till here? Are we all clear with this point, everyone? Are we all clear with this point? What are they trying to tell over here? They are trying to tell, sir, here only one invoice was there. I did not take the credit of the invoice. Okay? Now, 20th October registration got cancelled. They are telling you should have taken the credit. I did not take the credit. I could have taken the credit on 30th November, but my registration already got cancelled. Okay? So what to do? No problem. Apply for revocation. Revocation order comes. No. Once the revocation order has come, you could not take the credit. No. Within the next 30 days, please take it. No problem. Sir, 30th November gone. No problem. Your registration was cancelled that time. How can you take it? Now you can take it within the next 30 days once you get the revocation order. Within next 30 days, whatever invoices you could not take the credit, take it now. That's all they are telling everyone. Where the registration of a registered person is cancelled and subsequently the cancellation of registration is revoked, and where ITC in respect of invoice or debit note was not restricted under section number 16(4), on the date of cancellation of registration, the said registered person shall be entitled to take the ITC of such invoice or debit note in a return under section number 39, filed up to 30th November following the end of the financial year or actual date of filing annual return, or for the period from the date of cancellation or effective date as the case may be till the date of revocation. People, from the registration cancellation to the revocation order, now you will file the return within how many days? Where the return was filed within 30 days from the date of revocation of cancellation of registration. The day revocation order comes, no, from that day within the next 30 days, these invoices which you could not take the credit, you can now go ahead and take the credit. That's all they wanted it to. Done, sir. This point is clear. We are done with section number 16 over here. People, please tell me, are we all clear with section number 16? Done? Give me a second, everyone. Sir, what are you checking? I'm checking something. Just give me a second. 17, come over here. 17, have section 1, 2, 4, 6. Not applicable. 5. But, sure. 20, have section 1, 2, like what, everyone? Yes, everyone. Are we clear with section number 16? Are we clear with section number 16? Now, the next section which is there is section number 17. We are done with section number 16 over here. People, listen carefully now. Everyone over here now. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Now, section number 17 to Baba, listen. Now, here on, it is the same. Section number 17(5), this one, this one, this one, and this one, and the returns ka chapter. There is no change at all. It is exactly same as what we had gone ahead and learned earlier. Everything remains same. There is no change at all. It is exactly the same which we had learned in the previous term. Okay, everyone. But one chapter which is there is place of supply, which I want to go ahead and talk. Tell me one thing, everyone. Place of supply. Okay. All the other things which are there, no, this block credit, section number 18, everything is same. There is no amendment, no changes which has come. It is same as the last time. Last revision which we had done, you can revise it from there. There is no change at all in this sections which are there. Chalo. Now I'll do one thing, everyone. I'll go ahead and revise one last chart, which is for place of supply. Okay. Sir, what about the other ones? Other ones, everything is same. You will have to revise it from the last time ka revision which are there. Block credit exactly same. ITC, these sections are exactly same. Exactly everything. There is no changes at all. You can revise it from the last time wala revisions which were there. I'll go ahead and now do one chapter of place of supply, everyone. Place of supply. Please come to a chapter of place of supply. We'll go ahead and quickly revise the place of supply ka chapter and we'll wrap it up. Please come to place of supply, everyone. People, place of supply, everyone. Please come to place of supply. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back and then we'll revise place of supply and close. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Please come back to your chart book, everyone. We'll revise the last chapter, which is place of supply. Just give me a second, everyone. Oh, results have come. Okay. Hmm. ठीक है चलो. We'll now go ahead and revise the last chapter, everyone. Place of supply. Please come to your chapter of place of supply, everyone. Now, let's go ahead and revise one of the most important chapters, which is place of supply. You can see one question from place of supply. I consider this chapter as A graded from exam point of view. You will be able to see one small question in your exam. Okay? It is approximately 4 marks to 6 marks, which they can go ahead and ask. Might be you see only one MCQ of 2 marks, or might be you see a 4-mark question and a 2 marks MCQ. Everyone, place of supply. Listen to it very carefully. Sir, what is the relevance of place of supply? See, Baba, always remember one thing. If you want to check whether intra or interstate supply it is, then you always need location of supplier and you need place of supply. This place of supply, you don't need location of recipient. No, 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 no. Supplier location and you need place of supply. And this place of supply, how to find out what is the place of supply? Generally, in case of goods, so it is very easy. I supply to Telangana. Then, Baba, my place of supply is Telangana. I am in Karnataka supplying to Telangana interstate. So it is very easy in case of goods, but services it becomes difficult, and hence government went ahead and told, I will tell you what is the place of supply whenever you are going ahead and doing anything, and that is told over here. See, place of supply, there are 4 sections actually which are there. For goods, how to find out the place of supply, and for services how to find out the place of supply. For goods there is section number 10 and section number 11. Section number services ke liye it is 12 and 13. But for your intermediate level, section number 11 and section number 13 is not applicable, and you read only section number 10 and section number 12. That is what we are going to learn now. Place of supply, we have section number 10 and we have section number 12. Listen carefully, everyone. Let's go ahead and do place of supply over here. Place of supply में section number 10(1) with respect to goods, it is always 10(1)A, B, C, CA, D and E. 6 subsections are there. ठीक है. Section number 10(1), people remember one thing, when we are learning section number 10 and 12 over here, it is the IGST का section. IGST Act का section number 10 and section number 12. Section number 10(1) goes in and says, whenever supply involves movement, whether the movement is done by supplier, recipient or any other person. For example, I have some goods in Karnataka. These goods are moved from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu. So goods are going from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu. Is there movement? Yes. Where is the movement terminating? Tamil Nadu. Place of supply is Tamil Nadu. What they are telling is, where movement terminates for delivery to the recipient. If my goods are moving from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, place of supply is Tamil Nadu, because where the movement is terminating for delivery. So people, I am going ahead and sending my goods from Karnataka to Delhi. What is the place of supply, everyone? Delhi. That's all. Okay. Build to ship to model. What is build to ship to model? I went ahead and told one person, do one thing, bill it to me. He is the supplier. I told, send the goods directly to him. So he is the recipient over here. So he will bill me, I will bill him. Okay? Now in this scenario, what they are telling, if you told one person to bill it to you, but ship it to other person, he is the actual supplier, he is the actual recipient, you are a third party in between. Third party. Now what they are telling over here, for example, this guy is in Karnataka, I am in Tamil Nadu, then they are going in and telling the location of supplier is Karnataka, the place of supply will be Tamil Nadu, where the third party is located. Then when I will bill him, I am from Tamil Nadu, goods have reached, for example, Kerala, then place of supply will be Kerala. This is section number 10(1)B, which goes ahead and says bill to, ship to. People listen carefully. Bill to, ship to. This guy, supplier will always see the place of supply as this guy ka location and not the actual recipient. I hope this point is clear to all of you. And then when this guy goes ahead and supplies to the last person over here, in this section, section number 10(1)A is applicable, which goes ahead and says location of supply is Tamil Nadu. Place of supply is where the movement terminated, Kerala. So here it is 10(1)B, and when from here to here billing will be done, it will be 10(1)A. Done, sir. This point is clear. So bill to ship to का model में तो people tell me one thing. For example, there is one supplier, there is one recipient. Supplier is sending the goods to this guy, billing, and this guy will bill to him. So in this scenario, bill to him, but ship it directly over here, ship to the other person. In that scenario, can you tell me, sir, what will be the place of supply? 10(1)(b) is applicable over here, which says bill to him, but ship it to him. In this scenario, always remember one thing, it's a bill to ship to model. Bill to ship to model में location of supplier supposingly in Karnataka, and this guy is the third party in between. His location is Delhi, then place of supply is always Delhi. This guy ka location is taken, not the last recipient. When he will go ahead and bill him, then this guy ka location is Delhi. Here it is supposingly Assam, then place of supply will become Assam. In the second transaction, 10(1)(a) is applicable, where the movement terminated. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next is supply does not involve movement. For example, I have some goods lying in my building. I am vacating the building. One person is coming inside the premises and he is now going to take the building on rent. I am vacating the premises. In that scenario, government goes ahead and says, what is the place of supply? The place of supply is the goods are here only. Place of supply is here only because there is no movement only. So it says location of the goods at the time of delivery means where I gave him the risk and reward. I told today, from today, the goods are yours. The goods are here. The goods are yours only. So where is the delivery given? I am in Karnataka. Delivery given in Karnataka. Place of supply Karnataka. There is no movement. If movement, then where movement terminates. If no movement, where the goods are, that is only the place of supply. I am vacating this building. One new person is coming in. I am not moving the goods. The goods are where it is, as it is, condition mein. Here only the goods are there. Here only I am giving the delivery. Delivery means risk and reward. I am telling from today the goods are yours. So what is the place of supply? Here only. Done. So tell me one thing. For example, this is my factory in Delhi. In my factory, some machines, etc. is there. I am vacating the factory. Another person is going to take over the factory. Location of supplier, I am registered in Delhi. My goods are in Delhi only. I told him, hey, from today the goods are yours. Now you are coming in the premise, you take the goods. What is the place of supply? Delhi. Where the goods are, that is only the place of supply because the goods are not going to move. When there is no movement, where the goods are, that is only the place of supply. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one is supply to an unregistered person. Unregistered person. For an example, I am a shopkeeper. Everyone over here now. I am a shopkeeper over here. One person from Delhi came. He came to my shop from Delhi. Ding, 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 ding. He told, uncle, I want a mobile phone. When he is an unregistered person, he will take the goods and go back to Delhi. But if I am selling goods to an unregistered person, you came to my shop, I sold you the goods. In that scenario, what is the place of supply? If you tell me that you are coming from Delhi, address is given by you, the place of supply is Delhi. If you don't tell me where are you coming from, according to me, I am from Karnataka. I have built you in Karnataka, place of supply is Karnataka. So what they are telling is, if you are selling to an unregistered person, always remember one thing. If the location as per the address of in the invoice, if he gives you the address, you take the address. If he does not give you the address, your address is the place of supply. So can you tell me, everyone, if one person from Delhi came to me and he bought one mobile phone, he gave me the address of Delhi. What is the place of supply? Delhi. He does not give me the address. I am from Karnataka. Place of supply. Done, sir. This point is clear. Here one circular is there. Circular goes ahead and talks about, everyone listen to me very carefully. Circular is there. This circular goes ahead and talks about place of supply of goods to unregistered person. Place of supply of goods particularly being supplied through e-commerce to whom? Unregistered person. Chalo, theek hai, I'll go ahead and ask you one question. For an example, this is Flipkart over here. I went ahead and ordered something from Flipkart. I am from Karnataka. Flipkart is registered also in Karnataka. I am also from Karnataka. I told Flipkart, I want a mobile phone. Do one thing, bill the mobile phone to me, but do one thing. I don't want the mobile phone to be delivered to me. Deliver it to my father in Assam. Can you tell me, everyone, in this scenario, it is sold to not a registered person, unregistered person. Okay? It is sold to an unregistered person. In this scenario, there are two addresses which is given. One, I have given Karnataka address, but delivery address is Assam. So people went ahead and asked, when Flipkart ke through the billing will be done, what will be the place of supply? The supplier who is there, he is selling through Flipkart. This supplier is supposingly, 1 minute, I'll go ahead and explain like this. Flipkart is there. There's one seller in Flipkart. This seller is registered in Karnataka. I am also registered in Karnataka, but I told him to deliver the goods in Assam. So this guy is selling the goods to Flipkart. He will do the billing. Billing may he's given my address, but shipping he is doing to Assam. He's got two address now: billing address and shipping address. So in this scenario, what will he do? So remember one thing: place of supply, particularly being supplied through e-commerce to an unregistered person, where billing address and delivery address are different, shall always be the delivery address, and the supplier can record delivery address as the record address of the recipient on the invoice to determine place of supply. Can you tell me, everyone, in this scenario, what will be the place of supply? According to the supplier, what will be the place of supply? The place of supply will be Assam, because that's the destination, that's the delivery address, and GST is a destination based tax. Done, sir, and hence in this scenario, IGST will be charged. The next one over here is assembled or installed at site. For example, I told one person, I want one machine. One supplier is there from the state of Karnataka. I am also in Karnataka. Supplier is in Karnataka. Recipient in Karnataka. I told him, can you install one machine or can you install one AC in my home or in my factory? Supposingly, I told this supplier, I want one machine to be installed in my factory in Chennai. What is the place of supply? Installation done in Chennai. Billing address is Karnataka, but installation in Chennai. If anything is installed for you, wherever the installation or assembly is done, that is the place of supply. Installation in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, the place of supply will be Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and he will go ahead and charge IGST. Recipient does not matter. Where is the installation done? That matters. Very good, guys. Very good. People who are replying, very good. Goods supplied on board is always where it is taken on board. What do you mean by goods supplied on board, everyone? On board means if you are going in a train, plane, etc., and some goods are being supplied, what will be the place of supply? So what they are going in and telling, for example, Indigo Airline is registered in Karnataka. For example, Indigo Airline ka registered location of supply is Karnataka. The plane started from Karnataka, went to Hyderabad. Okay? From Hyderabad, some goods were loaded in the plane. And then the plane is going further. So in the air, some goods are being sold by the air hostess, some goods are sold in the plane. What will be the place of supply? Air hostess will tell, wait. Which state we are crossing? Let me check. No. In this scenario, the location of supply is Karnataka. The place of supply is air. Now, the place of supply will be where the goods were loaded. That is deemed as the place of supply. That is Hyderabad over here. That's all they have gone ahead and told. When goods are sold in the air, you are going in the air, and in the air, if some goods are sold, always remember one thing: the place of supply is where the goods were loaded, where the goods were taken on board. Okay, sir, this point is clear. Now, it is not mandatory that it's only in case of air. You are going in a road, bus, train, plane, ship. Always remember, wherever the goods were loaded, that is only the place of supply. If the goods are supplied on board means if you are going in a bus mein goods are sold, train mein any goods are sold, or ship mein any goods are sold, or air, plane ka case mein, air ka case mein, any goods are sold. Always remember, where the goods were loaded in the vehicle, that is only the place of supply. Done, sir. This point is clear. We are done with section number 10. Section number 10, we went ahead and learned about section number 10. 1. A. If there is movement, where the movement terminates. B. Bill to, ship to model में, whoever is the third party in between, his location. Sir, third one we went ahead and learned when there is no movement. If there is no movement, where the goods are, at the time you give the delivery, where the goods are, that is only the place of supply. CA told if it is unregistered person ko if you are selling, if he gives the address is the place of supply. If it does not give the address, location of supply is the place of supply. Installation or assembly mein, place of installation or assembly is the place of supply. And the last one over here is, which one, sir? Which one is the last one? Goods supplied on board. Supplied on board. SOB is where they were taken on board. Please tell me, everyone, section number 10.1 is clear to all of you? Is section number 10.1 clear to all of you? Are we clear with section number 10.1? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. चलो, Can we continue now? Yes, sir. Let's continue with section number 12 now. Section number 12 talks about services. Section number 12 talks about services. Section number 12, one goes ahead and says, when is section number 12 applicable? Section number 12 is applicable only when the supplier and recipient both are in India. Then section number 12 is applicable. I am the supplier, I am in India. You are the recipient, you are also in India. Then we'll apply section number 12 and find out the place of supply. You know what, everyone? Actually, place of supply in case of services, there are two sections. One is section number 12 and one is section number 13. 12 is applicable when location of supplier and location of recipient both are in India. Then you should always apply section number 12 and find out the place of supply. Whenever location of supplier or location of recipient, anyone is outside India, then 13 is applicable. But 13 is not a part of your syllabus and hence only 12 is applicable to you guys. 12 says if location of supplier and the location of recipient both are in India, place of supply will be in India. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now here, let's try to find out place of supply. This is general rule. It means if you are not falling under any of the specific rule, then general rule is applicable to you. But if you are falling in any specific rule, you should always apply the specific rule and find out the place of supply. But if you are not falling in any specific rule, then always the general rule is applicable. For example, chartered accountants don't fall in any specific rules which are there. The other sections which are there, we don't fall in any one of them. So we always apply general rule. For example, I went in and filed a return for a person who is in Delhi. People, everyone, I want all of you to participate. I went in and filed one return of a person who is sitting in Delhi. What is the place of supply? If he is a registered guy, his location. Sir, the Delhi wala guy is unregistered, but I have his address, which is Delhi address. Then the place of supply is address on record. AOR means address on record, which is Delhi. The place of supply will be Delhi. If I don't have his address only, for example, one person from Delhi, he told me, Ramesh sir, file my return, but I don't know his address. One person called and told me, please file my return. I filed his return, story over. I don't know his address. For example, I am telling. If I don't know his address, my address becomes the place of supply, location of supplier. Always remember one thing, everyone. Generally, the rule is, if I go ahead and provide services to a registered person address. If he is unregistered, then whatever address he has given to me, that address. If he's not given me an address, I am here, place of supply also here, location of supplier. Please tell me, is the first rule clear to all of you? Is the first rule clear to all of you? Uh-oh, water over, okay. Yes, sir, this point is clear. The next one, everyone. The next one is services in relation to immovable property. Services in relation to immovable property. Baba, always remember one thing. If you are giving any services for an immovable property, you are giving services directly in relation to immovable property. For example, I was called to do an interior designing of a building and the building is in Delhi. The place of supply is Delhi. I was called to do in Karnataka. I was called by one person to do the interior designing of a building which is in Assam. Place of supply will be Assam. I was called to do the interior designing of a building which is in Maharashtra. Place of supply will be Maharashtra. Okay. Any services directly in relation to immovable property, where the immovable property, that is the place of supply. Lodging accommodation service. I went to, for example, I have one hotel. I am the owner of the hotel. I am in Karnataka. You are coming from Delhi. You are a registered person in Delhi. Does not matter to me. If my hotel is in Karnataka, no, the place of supply is Karnataka only, and I'll charge you CGST and SGST. Remember one thing. What they are telling over here? Or function at immovable property. One person, supposingly he is in Karnataka. One person from Delhi came to me and he told, I want to do function in a hotel. What is the place of supply? The place of supply is where the hotel is located. That is the place of supply. Remember one thing, any services directly in relation to immovable property, lodging accommodation services, function at immovable property, or any ancillary services supplied along with this. Might be along with my hotel accommodation, I am giving food also. Remember one thing, it's a composite supply, principal supply you have to see always. Whatever is the place of supply for the principal supply, that is applicable to the whole service. And they have gone ahead and told location or intended location of property, boat, ship, always will become the place of supply. Everyone, for an example, I am in Karnataka, giving my property on rent, which is in Karnataka. Place of supply, Karnataka only. I am in Karnataka, my hotel is in Karnataka. Place of supply is in Karnataka only. Whether the recipient is from Delhi, Maharashtra, doesn't matter. Where the property is, that is the place of supply. ठीक है. You tell me one thing, everyone. I am from Karnataka. Location of supplier Karnataka. Location of recipient SRK. Shahrukh Khan. Baba Shahrukh Khan is from Maharashtra. Shahrukh Khan told me, Ramesh sir, can you do the interior of my home, which is in Delhi? Can you tell me, everyone, what is the place of supply in this scenario? Can you all tell me what will be the place of supply in this scenario, everyone? What will be the place of supply? I am from Karnataka. Recipient is in Maharashtra, and interior designing done of a property which is in Delhi. Where is the place of supply? What will be the place of supply in this scenario? The place of supply will be where the property is there. The property is in Delhi. The place of supply will be Delhi. And when I am billing, I will charge IGST. Done, sir. This point is clear. Where the property is, that is the place of supply. Okay. Now, for an example, in the same question over here, I am from the state of Karnataka. Okay. And one SRK is there. SRK Shahrukh Khan from Maharashtra. Shahrukh Khan told he has a property which is in Dubai, and he asked me to do the interior designing of a property which is in Dubai. Can you tell me, everyone, in this scenario, location of supplier is Karnataka. What is the place of supply, everyone? What is the place of supply, everyone? Dubai. Government says if the property is outside India, if the immoral property is outside India, always remember one thing, you have to take location of the recipient. Where is the recipient? Maharashtra. The place of supply will become Maharashtra. If the property is in India, you have to take property location. If the property is outside India, then you have to take recipient location as the place of supply. That's all is the most important part. All other things are okay, everyone. Nothing very important. But the most important part was if I am giving services in relation to an immovable property, the place of supply is where the immovable property is there. If the immovable property is outside India, then you have to take the place of supply as the recipient location. Is my point clear to all of you? Is my point clear to all of you, everyone? Quickly tell me. Yes, sir, this point is clear. The next one over here is performance-based services. What do you mean by performance-based services? Performance-based services means when you have to perform the service. For example, I have to do one cosmetic surgery. I have to perform it on you. I am going ahead and doing I am going ahead and giving you food and beverages. I am supplying hotels, restaurant services. That is, I am performing the restaurant services. Okay. Or, so what are the various performance based services? I have gone ahead and written over here only for classroom purpose. I love RCB. It's called RCB failed pathetically. Only for classroom purpose, Baba. Okay? I love RCB otherwise. R for restaurant services, cosmetic and plastic surgery, beauty treatment, fitness services, personal grooming, denting, painting, personal grooming ka services, or health services. For an example, I'll give you one example. One person from Delhi came to Karnataka. I am a restaurant wala owner in Karnataka. He ate the food in Karnataka. Can you tell me what is the place of supply? So they are telling where the performance was done, that is the place of supply. Where did I perform? Where did I perform my service? Restaurant service in Karnataka, place of supply in Karnataka. Okay, I'll give you one more example. Cosmetic and plastic surgery. Shahrukh Khan went to Delhi and took one cosmetic and plastic surgery in Delhi. What is the place of supply? Where the surgery happened? Delhi. The place of supply will be Delhi. Remember one thing, RCB failed pathetically. R for restaurant and catering services, cosmetic plastic surgery, B for beauty services, F for fitness services, P for personal grooming, H for health services. All these services के लिए always they have gone ahead and told where the poop is there, place of performance is the place of supply. Is my point clear to all of you? Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear with this point? Are we all clear till here, everyone? Yes, sir. Okay, I'll give you a 10 minutes break so that you also relax. I also relax a little. I'll give you a 10 minutes break. It is 11:40, 11:50 will start again. 11:50 will start again. Okay, everyone, 10 minutes break. 11:40, 11:50 will start. 11:50 will start. 11:50. 10 minutes break, everyone. Now, the next service which we are going to talk about is training and performance appraisal. For an example, I've been called for a training by a company which is registered in Delhi. What is my place of supply? I'm from Karnataka, went to Delhi and gave the service. Place of supply is Delhi because the location of the registered person. Now, it says if you give it to an unregistered person. For an example, one person from Delhi called me to give training services to his employees who are sitting in UP at a client location. See, I am going from Karnataka to give services to a person who is registered in Delhi, but his employees are sitting in UP. So I went to UP and gave the service. But because I gave the service to a registered person in Delhi, the place of supply will be Delhi. What if this guy in Delhi is not registered? If he is not registered in Delhi and I give the services in UP, the place of supply will be UP. Simple as that. I went to supposingly West Bengal on behalf of a registered person who is from Assam to give training to his employees who are sitting in West Bengal. Might be his employees are working at a client location in West Bengal. So I went ahead and gave the service. From Karnataka, I went to West Bengal and gave the service. But because I am billing the person who is registered in Assam, the place of supply will be Assam. What if the person in Assam is not registered? Then where I gave the service, place of performance, poop, becomes the place of supply. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one. The next one goes ahead and talks about admission to an event or park and any ancillary services. What do you mean by admission to a park? For an example, or an event, Arjit Singh ka show is happening in Karnataka. I am selling the tickets in Karnataka. What is the place of supply? Karnataka, because the event is happening in Karnataka. Supplier from Karnataka, event from in Karnataka, I'll charge GST, GST. Where the event is, that is the place of supply. If I am going ahead, for example, Wonderla, the park is located in Karnataka. Supplier is selling the ticket from Karnataka. Park is in Karnataka. What is the place of supply? Karnataka. Where the park is there, that is the place of supply. So they have gone ahead and told if ticket admission to an event means ticket of an event or park is sold or any ancillary services are provided along with the ticket, you are telling you will get food also. Food ke liye you will not see separate place of supply. It's a composite supply. The main place of supply only will apply. So here they are telling the place of event or the park. My question to all of you, Delhi mein one person is organizing one event where he's selling the ticket. The event is happening in Delhi only. What is the place of supply, everyone? Event is happening in Delhi. The place of supply will be Delhi. Where the event is happening, that is the place of supply. So admission to an event means selling of ticket. Ticket pe what GST will come? If the event is happening in Delhi, you are in Delhi, your supplier who is selling the ticket is in Delhi, event is happening in Delhi, he will charge CGST, SGST. Supplier is registered in Karnataka, but he is doing an event in Delhi. Then Baba, event is in Delhi, place of supply is in Delhi. Supplier from Karnataka doing an event in Delhi, he will go ahead and always charge in the ticket which he is selling IGST. I hope this point is clear. The next one over here is organizing of an event or any ancillary services. For example, I went in and organized an event for ICI Delhi. I am from Karnataka. ICI Delhi went in and told me, Ramesh sir, organize an event for us, for all the members. We'll take them to Goa. But ICI is registered in Delhi. So Baba, always remember, if ICI is registered in Delhi, if I am giving organizing of event, organizing an event means I am doing an event for them. Then Baba, always remember, location of the registered person, Delhi will be the place of supply. So I am from Karnataka doing an event for ICI Delhi, but the event is happening in Goa. So Baba, the place of supply will be what, everyone? The place of supply will be what? Tell me quickly. If I am doing an event for ICI Delhi is registered in Delhi, but event happening in Goa, the place of supply will be Delhi because I am doing it for a registered person. Doesn't matter where the event is happening. Doesn't matter where the event is happening. But if I am doing it for an unregistered person, for example, Bhumika is there. For example, I am telling Bhumika went ahead and told me, sir, can you organize my marriage? Marriage in Delhi, I want it. What is the place of supply? Where the event is happening. Bhumika is from Karnataka. I am from Karnataka. But Bhumika is telling, sir, can you organize my marriage in Jammu Kashmir? What is the place of supply? Jammu Kashmir, where the event is happening. Done. But Bhumika went ahead and told me, sir, can you organize my marriage in Singapore? I am in Karnataka. She is in Delhi. I am from Karnataka. Bhumika is from Delhi. Event is happening in Singapore. Doesn't matter. In this scenario, outside India, forget it. You have to leave it and you have to take recipient location. She is from Delhi, place of supply will be Delhi. Are we all clear with this point? Done. Very good. Next. If event is happening in multiple states, for example, Bhumika went ahead and told me, sir, I'll give you 30 lakhs. I told, okay. Can you organize my marriage in marriage first engagement in Kolkata, marriage in Delhi, and reception in Maharashtra. Maharashtra, Delhi, and West Bengal. 3 places. Place of supply in 3 places. In 3 places, how do I divide that 30 lakh rupees? She gave me 30 lakh. 1 day in Delhi, 1 day in West Bengal, 1 day in Maharashtra. 30 lakh, 1:1:1 ka ratio mein I have to divide. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Place of supply in each of the respective state. Place of supply, if 3 states, then 3 states ka place of supply. The value shall be in proportion to the value collected separately. Either I should collect separately, or in terms of the contract, we have to figure it out, or we have to go ahead and apply gap. Gap means you go ahead and apply your brain and find it out how you do the accounting. 1:1:1. Are we all clear? Baba, very simple. I organize an event for ICI, which is registered person in Delhi. Event happens anywhere, doesn't matter. 3 location, 4 location, doesn't matter. Place of supply is always Delhi only. But if I organize it for an unregistered person, then place of the event. Event in 3 location, place of supply in 3 location. Event outside India, unregistered person, event outside India. Then what will happen? Then it is location of the recipient. I hope this point is clear. But registered person, event in India, event outside India, doesn't matter. Location of registered person. Unregistered person, place of the event. Event is happening outside India. Unregistered person, place it. Event is happening outside India. Unregistered person ka location. I hope this point is clear. Yes, sir, point is clear. Now, I am going ahead and giving transportation of goods ka service, or I am giving passenger transportation. Baba, can you tell me transportation of goods ka service, including mail and courier wala? If I am giving transportation of goods ka services, for example, I am a goods transport agency. I am giving you transportation of goods ka service. You are a registered person. Your location is always the place of supply. I am goods transport agency located in Delhi. I am a goods transport agency located in Delhi. You are from Karnataka. You came to Delhi. You bought some goods and gave it to me in Delhi only. But you are registered in Karnataka. For me, the place of supply always will be Karnataka because you are registered in Karnataka. But if you are not a registered person, I am a GTA in Delhi. You are not a registered person. You handed over the goods to me in Delhi only. The place of supply will be Delhi. I hope this point is clear. But if you are registered in, I am from Delhi, goods transport agency. You are registered in Tamil Nadu, place of supply Tamil Nadu. You are registered in Rajasthan, place of supply Rajasthan. Wherever you hand over the goods to me, it doesn't matter. But if you are not a registered person, then where you handed over the goods to me, that becomes the place of supply. DTDC courier gives me a services. I am Ramesh Soni. Ramesh Soni classes registered in Karnataka. DTDC from Karnataka, I am registered in Karnataka. They will charge me always CGST and GST. Wherever the goods are picked up, doesn't matter. DTDC went ahead and gave me services. I am an unregistered person. They picked up the goods for me from Karnataka. The place of supply for them is Karnataka. I hope this point is clear. Done, sir. If anyone is giving transportation ka service, whether by ship, bus, truck, plane, ship, train, doesn't matter. Transportation of goods may always, if I am giving transportation service to you, I will take your registered person, your location. If you are unregistered person, where you gave me the goods, that is the place of supply. Where the goods are picked up. Done, sir. Next. Passenger transportation service. What is passenger transportation service? Indigo Airline. They are transporting passengers. If Indigo Airline went ahead and told me, Indigo Airline registered in Maharashtra. Indigo Airline went ahead and told me, Ramesh sir, we will transport you. Air ticket, they sold me. I am registered in Karnataka. For them, place of supply always Karnataka. Whether I travel from Karnataka to Delhi, Delhi to Bihar, Bihar to UP, UP to Assam, doesn't matter. They will not see where I am going and all. They will see always the location of the registered person. Ticket can be from Karnataka to Delhi, Delhi to Assam, doesn't matter. But if Indigo Airlines sold me a ticket and I am unregistered person going from Karnataka to Delhi, place of supply Karnataka. Delhi to Karnataka back, place of supply Delhi. Always remember one thing, whenever they are giving to a registered person, always location of registered person, both the case may. Whether it is goods or passenger. But if it is unregistered person, no. Goods to where I hand over, correct? Passengers are not handed over. Passengers jump inside the flight. So if the flight is going from Karnataka to Maharashtra, place of supply is Karnataka. If the flight is coming from Maharashtra back to Karnataka, place of supply is Maharashtra, where you jumped inside the flight. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Always remember, going and coming is two separate journeys. Going from, okay, you tell me one thing. I want to ask you guys one question. I am going from Karnataka to Delhi, Delhi to Karnataka. I am a registered person. What is the place of supply according to the flight company when they will bill me? What is the place of supply if I am registered in Karnataka, going from Karnataka to Delhi and coming back from Delhi to Karnataka? I am registered in Karnataka, place of supply is Karnataka. If I am unregistered, then when I am going from Karnataka to Delhi, place of supply is Karnataka. When Delhi to Karnataka I am coming back, place of supply is Delhi. Is the point clear to all of you? Yes, sir, the point is clear. Always remember one thing. Here one small point is told, right to passage. Right to passage means, you know, metro card. You can get inside the metro anytime, get out of the metro anytime. Like that, right to passage is given. If right to passage is being issued, for example, metro card given to you. Metro has gone ahead and issued you a metro card. What is the place of supply? You always have to apply 12(2), the general rule over there. General rule says what, everyone? What is the right to passage? You can get inside in time, get out in time, get inside in time, get out in time. For example, train ka pass you have taken. AC ka pass. You can get inside the train anytime you can get out of the train. That pass ke liye, the train has gone ahead and given you a pass. Railway. What is the GST they will charge? GST they will charge according to residual rule. If you are a registered person, your location. If you are not registered, then they are telling address. If they don't have your address, their address is your address and they'll charge the GST accordingly. That's called a right to passage. The last one is on here, 10th one, on-board services. On-board services means you are in a ship, you are in a train, you are in a plane and they've given you some service. For example, everyone over here now. Indigo airline ka flight is going from Karnataka. Indigo airline location of supplier is Maharashtra. They are registered in Maharashtra, but the plane is going from Karnataka to Delhi and Delhi to Assam. The plane is going from here to here and here to here. Can you tell me in this scenario when they will go ahead and give you a service? For example, this is Bhumika over here. Bhumika went ahead and told to the aerostess, I want to see a movie. Please give me a movie access. That's called movie on demand in a plane. Now in that scenario, the Indigo airline, when they are giving the service, what is the place of supply? Air. Where is the service given? In air. No, in this scenario, the first scheduled departure point is taken as the place of supply. Indigo airline will say the place of supply is Karnataka because the flight started from Karnataka and they will go ahead and charge you IGST. So any services given on board, remember, first scheduled departure point. Where did the flight first start from? Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one. The next one is telecom services by fixed line, circuit or dish. You went ahead and told BSNL to install one fixed line connection in your office. BSNL Karnataka is there. You told them please install one landline connection and in your office, and the landline was installed in your office in Karnataka only. Can you tell me according to them what is the place of supply? Karnataka, because they've installed the telecom line. Circuits are used for internet connections or dish. This you went ahead and told earlier, no, internet connections used to be given through dish also. They installed the dish in Karnataka. The place of supply is Karnataka. For example, BSNL ko I went ahead and told please install one fixed line in my office in Tamil Nadu. They gave me the fixed line connection in Tamil Nadu. What is the place of supply according to them? Tamil Nadu, where the connection has been given. Done, sir. I went to Jio. Jio is registered in Maharashtra. I told I want a postpaid mobile connection. They gave me a postpaid connection. And the postpaid connection, when they gave me, I gave them address of Assam. What is the place of supply according to them? Always remember, postpaid mobile, then whatever is the billing address is the place of supply for them. So if Jio has given me a postpaid mobile connection and I gave my address of Assam, the place of supply will be Assam. And they will go ahead and charge me IGST. Always they will take the place of supply as the billing address, whatever address I have given for billing. Done, sir. Then it comes over here, prepaid mobile connection or internet. For example, everyone, Airtel is there. Airtel went ahead and sold his prepaid mobile connection ka voucher. Baba, you would have seen earlier what used to happen over here. For example, if I show you prepaid voucher. See, prepaid mobile voucher, mobile recharge, mobile prepaid mobile. Earlier, no, like these vouchers used to come. This voucher, you can recharge using this voucher. These vouchers used to be sold so that you can go ahead and recharge your mobile phone and all. Okay? Now, Airtel sold these vouchers to Airtel ka supposedly distributor. And distributor will go ahead and sell the voucher to the end customer. In this scenario, supply is here also, supply is here also. So people, location of supplier is Maharashtra, for example. Here, distributor is in Assam. Okay? In this scenario, what is the place of supply? Though they are telling the place of supply is where the distributor is there, that is the Assam. In this scenario, they will go ahead and charge IGST. Now, sir, this Assam wala distributor will sell to the final subscriber. So, location of supply is Assam. This guy, he bought the voucher where? In Assam only. So, the place of supply also will be Assam over here, where the voucher is sold. Everyone see. If mobile connection, internet connection is given through selling agent, reseller or distributor, please take address of the distributor. If address distributor is selling to the final subscriber, where the payment is received or the voucher is sold. Where was it sold, everyone? Assam. To place of supply is Assam. Okay. Airtel sold it to me, my address. I sold it to the customer, where the goods are sold, that place. Airtel sold to me, my address has to be taken. When I sell to the final subscriber, where am I selling? That is the place of supply. Done, sir. Sir, any other case? Prepaid services through internet. Nowadays, you don't do recharge like that, voucher and all. So, in that scenario, what will happen? So, they are going ahead and telling whenever prepaid services are provided through internet banking, for example, you went to Paytm. Paytm is registered in Maharashtra. Paytm went ahead and sold you, gave you internet services or prepaid mobile ka services. Basically what happens, no, Paytm ka case mein, Paytm does not give you mobile services, sorry. Paytm ke through you can recharge your mobile. When you are recharging your mobile, Paytm will go ahead and charge you what GST over there. In that scenario, always address on record is taken. Sir, any case where address of the recipient is also not there, supplier is here, place of supply is here only. Sir, can you please tell again? Okay, I'll tell you. I am Jio, I am giving a fixed line connection to you. Where I am giving fixed line, that is the place of supply. Postpaid mobile, your billing address. Prepaid mobile, sold to distributor, distributor address, distributor to you, where it is sold. You took prepaid connection, you want to recharge through internet. If I am going ahead and selling you the internet recharge, if I have your address is the place of supply. For example, Jio ka website mein you went and recharged. Jio is from Maharashtra. Your address is of Karnataka, place of supply Karnataka. If Jio does not have your address, Jio is from Maharashtra, place of supply also Maharashtra. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one, sir, circuit. Circuit ke through if any internet connection etc. is provided. If the circuit is installed in two locations, the place of supply is two location. For example, I told BSNL to install one circuit in Karnataka. Karnataka se Tamil Nadu, circuit connection should be installed so that internet connectivity is fast between two organizations. Now, when they install the circuit over here, there are 2 points of the circuit. So, the place of supply is two location. And I paid BSNL only 10,000 rupees. How to divide these two? Divide between both of them. In what ratio? One circuit here, 1 is to 1. So, they are telling if the circuit is installed in two locations in proportion to the value or as per the contract as per rule number 6. Rule number 6 says please go ahead and divide on the basis of number of points lying in two states, lying in the state. I'll go ahead and explain you. For example, BSNL is there. BSNL ko I paid 30,000 rupees to go ahead and install circuit in my office. Here, one is Karnataka ka Mysore office, one is Bangalore office, and one office is Tamil Nadu. They are installing 3 circuits over here so that the connection between all the 3 of us, internet connection etc. can be fast. Can you tell me when 30,000 is being charged by BSNL Karnataka, how much belongs to Karnataka, how much belongs to Tamil Nadu? They will make 2 bills over here. In this 2 bill, 2 circuits are in Karnataka. So 2 is to 1 ka ratio mein this value will be divided. That's all they are trying to say on the basis of number of points which are there. So for 20,000 rupees and for 10,000, when they do billing, Karnataka BSNL, Billing done for Karnataka, CGST, SGST will come. Karnataka BSNL, billing done for Tamil Nadu, IGST will be charged. That's all. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one over here is financial and stock broking services. Financial and stock broking services. Financial, bank goes ahead and gives you a service. If bank has your address, your address. Sir, if bank does not have your address, for example, bank went ahead and made a DD for you. Bank has your address. You are an account holder with the bank. Your address is the place of supply. Bank made a DD for you. Bank does not have your address. Bank address is the place of supply. That's all. Address on record. If address is not there, location of the supply. Zerodha, share broking services. Zerodha gave you the services. Your address is there with Zerodha. Place of supply is your address. If Zerodha does not have your address, Zerodha ka address, Zerodha is from Karnataka, place of supply is from Karnataka. Story over. That is called financial, means banking services, and stock broker ka services. Always remember, if they have your address, they will take your address. If they don't have your address, their address becomes the place of supply. Next one, insurance services. LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, gave you an insurance. Now to life insurance, health insurance, there is no GST, but we are not learning about GST. We are learning place of supply. LIC gave you an insurance. LIC has your address of Karnataka. Place of supply for them, Karnataka. You are registered in Karnataka. Place of supply, Karnataka. If you are not registered, they have your address, your address. If they don't have your address, their location. If insurance services, for example, I went to LIC and I told, give me insurance. I gave my address of Karnataka. I am registered in Karnataka. Place of supply, Karnataka. I am not registered. I gave them address of Assam. Place of supply, Assam. For example, I will tell you, LIC is in Karnataka. I am a registered person. I gave my address of Karnataka only. So what is the place of supply for them? Karnataka. I am a unregistered person. I gave my address of Bihar. I told I am from Bihar. What is the place of supply? In the first case, because I am registered person location. In the second case, I am unregistered person. What address I gave? Bihar. Bihar is the place of supply. Karnataka guy supplying to Karnataka, CGST, SGST. Karnataka guy supplying to Bihar, IGST. But life insurance, health insurance, there is no GST. You talk about other insurances because they went ahead and told insurance service. It can be any other insurance. Stock insurance, burglary insurance. Done, sir. This point is clear. The last point over here, everyone listen carefully. Advertisement services to central government, state government, local authority, statutory body which is meant for a state or union territory. This no, at intermediate level, in the version 9, you will see it is elongated given. Because till the last two attempts before, ICA removed it. Actually, last one attempt, means this attempt, you will not see ICA ka book mein detailed one is given. Actually, this attempt they have gone ahead and told not required because at intermediate level, it becomes little difficult for students to understand. But still, I will just tell you for your general knowledge. I went ahead and gave, I'm an advertisement company. Government went ahead and told, can you do one thing, Ramesh? Can you do advertisement for us? Okay. I'm Times of India. Government told Ramesh, you can advertise for us about Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao. I told yes. Government told, can you do the advertisement for us in Delhi, Bihar and UP? What is the place of supply? Delhi, Bihar and UP. Correct. I gave advertisement to the government in Delhi, UP and Bihar. What is my place of supply? Delhi, Bihar and UP. But in this scenario, when government pays you, how to divide the amount between 3 states, because I have given my services in 3 states. That division ke liye, they had gone ahead and given one rule number 3. That rule number 3 is not applicable to you, and hence this advertisement service, whenever it is given to government, this point is not applicable. Can I ask you one question, everyone? If advertisement services given to government, section number 1214 is applicable. But normally, for example, I am an advertisement company and I go ahead and give advertisement services. Then which section is applicable? I am Pogo, advertisement company. Everyone listen carefully. I am Pogo. I am an advertisement company. I gave services to Reliance. I am from Maharashtra. Reliance is from Maharashtra. I am doing advertisement service not for government. If you do it for the government, then Baba 12, 14 is applicable, which is not required for you guys. But I am telling normal advertisement service, which section will be applicable? Can you guys tell me? Normal advertisement service. Which section will be applicable? Can you guys tell me? In this scenario, because it is not an advertisement service given to the government, you will apply the general rule. Everyone here, which says given to a registered person, location of the registered person. Can you tell me, everyone, if I give it to Reliance, Reliance is a registered person, what is the location of supply is Maharashtra? What will be the place of supply? Place of supply also will be Maharashtra because that's the registered person ka location. Here, section number 12.2 will be applicable. Is my point clear to all of you? Chalo, I'll ask you one question. This Pogo, no, they came to me. They told Ramesh sir, you have a big hoarding which is there. You have a big hoarding which is there. Can you give this hoarding to us so that we can use it for Reliance ka advertisement? I gave this hoarding to them. This hoarding ka right to use, I gave it to them. I gave this immobile property to them to use. Location of supplier, I am from Karnataka. I gave my hoarding which is attached to the earth to them to use. Can you tell me which section will apply? Can you tell me which section will apply? In this scenario, because it's an immovable property, section number 12.3 will apply and the place of supply will be where the immovable property is. This immovable property is in Karnataka, and I should charge CGST and SGST. Because I am not giving advertisement, I am giving my hoarding, which is an immovable property. An immovable property given, section number 12.3 applies. When he will go ahead and give advertisement service, section number 12.2 will apply. Done. Very good, guys. Now you tell me one thing. For example, this is Pogo and this is Reliance. Pogo is giving the services. Pogo is from Karnataka, giving the services to Reliance, which is from Maharashtra. Advertisement services. Can you tell me which section, everyone? Section number 12.2. General rule. Location of registered person will apply. Maharashtra registered, Maharashtra. They will charge IGST. Done, sir. You know what happened? Pogo came to me and told Ramesh sir, we don't want hoarding on rent from you. Do one thing. Can you do the advertisement service for us? It means you are responsible for searching for a hoarding. You are responsible for doing the advertisement, printing of the hoarding, getting it pasted. Make sure the advertisement is done for us for 1 year. Basically, Pogo is doing the advertisement for Reliance and they're getting in turn the advertisement from me. They gave me I am giving the advertisement service. They are ultimately giving it to the Reliance. Can you tell me which section will apply? If I give them advertisement services, which section will apply? Please tell me which section will apply. In this scenario, which section will apply? Sir, in this scenario, location of supplier, for example, I am from Karnataka, place of supply will be here 12.2 general rule will apply. Place of supply will be where is the registered person, Karnataka, and he will go ahead and charge CGST and SGST. Is my point clear to all of you? Tell me one thing, everyone. 12.2, very good, Bhumika, very good. They gave me advertisement and in turn I gave advertisement. When they give me advertisement service, 12.2 will apply. When I give advertisement service, again 12.2 will apply. Done, sir. Very good, very good, very good, everyone. Okay. Okay, done. So this one circular I went ahead and wrote over here. In case of place of supply, in case of advertisement sector, supply of hoarding given by a vendor to advertisement company is right to use immovable property. 12.3 will apply. Always remember, when you are giving a hoarding, it is 12.3 will apply. Okay? Then where the vendor is responsible for displaying advertisement, he is providing advertisement service to the advertisement company, 12.2 will apply. If I am going ahead and I am only responsible to do the whole advertisement, then Baba 12.2 general rule will apply because I am not giving hoarding on rent. Done, sir. This point is clear. Besides that, one small point came over here. For an example, I am going ahead. I am Hotstar. You know Hotstar. Hotstar is an Indian company which gives online services. For example, I am selling ebooks. RameshSoni.com. What do we sell? We sell online ebooks also we sell. Online classes we sell. We give online services to student. Okay? Now, whenever we are going in and giving online services, for example, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all these people they go ahead and give online services to you. In that scenario, what is the place of supply for them? Always remember one thing, whenever place of supply of online services supplied to an unregistered, if they're supplying to registered person, Baba, registered person, normal. Location of registered person. If they are supplying to unregistered person, it is an address. Yes, sir. So whenever supplier is giving services, online services to an unregistered person, supplier should record name of the state of the unregistered person on the tax invoice, irrespective of the value, and declare the place of supply as the location of the recipient in GSTR1. I'll tell you very simple. For an example, this is over here, Hotstar. Hotstar is going ahead and giving you online services. Online services. If Hotstar is giving to a registered person, then place of supply is always the location of registered person. Okay? Now, for example, this is Hotstar over here, and Hotstar is going ahead and giving you services. You are an unregistered person. Then what will happen? Remember one thing. Generally, though, if the amount is below 50,000, no, for unregistered person, they don't mention the name of the state. But if you read rule number 46, in rule number 46, it is told that if services are given to an unregistered person and it's online services provided through e-commerce or by e-commerce or OIDR service, online information database access and retrieval services, basically online services, whatever is the value. Remember one thing, if I give you online service for 5 rupees also, I should mention the name of your state. If you are supposedly telling I am from Assam, the place of supply also always will be Assam. Supply is from Karnataka, place of supply is Assam, he will charge IGST. Sir, very simple. If I give any online services to you, I should mention your state ka name in my bill. 100% I should mention your state ka bill. State ka name in my bill. And when I mention the name of your state, I am from Karnataka, you are from Assam, I will go ahead and charge you IGST. That's all. I should always mention the name of your state, and that is the place of supply. Location of the recipient. They are telling online services ka case mein don't see the value. Online services mein you must mention the name of the state, and that is the place of supply. It says supplier shall record the name of the state of the unregistered person on the tax invoice irrespective of the value and declare the place of supply as the location of the recipient when he is filing GSTR1. That doesn't matter. My question, all of you, if I go ahead and give you a service, for example, Harsha is from Tamil Nadu, I should mention in my invoice his place as Tamil Nadu and I should go ahead and charge him. I am from Karnataka, I should charge him IGST. I hope this point is clear, everyone. This chart may say anything can come in the exam, Baba. I have seen they go ahead and randomly going ahead and asking from here. ICI can go ahead and ask you from here. From here, they can ask you. They can ask you. No, 12, 14, they will not ask that thing. They can ask you about this advertisement wala point. Please practice. See, Baba, this chapter, no. If I talk, it doesn't help. How much ever I keep talking, you will not understand unless you practice question answer. You have to do question answers very importantly. Are we all clear till here, everyone? I'll go ahead and close my revision on the chapter of place of supply. Done. Are we all done, everyone? Okay. Very soon, I'll do one thing, everyone. Very soon on the Ramesh Soni website, rameshsoni.com, all these chapter-wise revisions, I'll go ahead and make it available. All the chapter-wise revisions, I'll go ahead and make it available on the Ramesh Soni website, rameshsoni.com. It will be available at just 2 rupees. You can buy it and you will get immediate access. Sir, why take 2 rupees also, Baba? If you give 2 rupees, you get immediate access. That's why it is 2 rupees. CA final is 1 rupee, CA intermediate is 2 rupees. So what you can do is you can watch all the revision chapter wise. I'll do one thing. I'll upload chapter wise revision on my website, rameshsoni.com, and you can go ahead and buy those classes at 2 rupees and watch unlimited. Okay? But this will take 2-3 days ka time, so keep some patience. Till then, you can watch it on YouTube only. For the next 2-3 days, it is going to take. So 2 to 3 days, you can watch it on YouTube only. And later, I'll upload it on my website. So my website, you can go ahead and buy it at just 2 rupees. Okay, everyone. Sir, insurance service ka reinsurance is exempted. Baba, and neither supply of goods also. See this, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. No, listen carefully. What I am telling is insurance ka reinsurance was life insurance and health insurance only. Life insurance and health insurance only. What if it is not life insurance, health insurance, it is some general insurance? You got your factory ka insurance. Factory ka insurance was reinsured. You understood? For the neither supply of goods nor supply of service wala point which is there for reinsurance and all. That neither supply of goods nor supply of service wala point, you have to go ahead and think from other insurance point of view. Exemption wala chapter mein exemption is only for health insurance and life insurances. What if it's a group ka insurance has been done? That is not exempt, no. Not all insurances are exempt. Only life insurance and health insurance is exempt. General insurances are not exempt, no. Your factory ka insurance I did. Okay? Then I went ahead and gave the insurance to someone else, co-insurer, and there is some ceding commission. Then the ceding commission is neither supply of goods nor supply of service, but other services GST is there, no. We are not talking about life insurance and health insurance only, no. Got it, Fardin? Chalo, we are done over here, everyone. Rest everything is same. Chalo Baba, I'll go ahead and close my revisions over here only. Okay? Chalo, done. Bye guys, take care. Thank you so much for being there and attending the revisions. Keep practicing question answers very importantly. Bye everyone. All the best for your exam. Bye. Chapter wise revisions from rameshsoni.com. You can go ahead and buy it. Okay everyone, very soon it will come. Sir, will you conduct any workout batch for CA intermediate? Baba, this Sunday also I am sitting and revising because from tomorrow CA final class is starting from morning 7 to evening 4. So there will be no time at all. I'm really sorry. There will be no workout batch, nothing for intermediate as of now. Okay? Chalo, done. Bye guys, take care. Bye.